Welcome to Bucket Bites, the show with bite-sized games and discussions that come out of a proverbial bucket. It's time to power up your ears and get ready to embark on an epic adventure. It's a me, Papa Post, and I have the pleasure to be with the likes of Josh Picard, not Andres Reyes, and Dominic, just Dominic. So grab your power-ups and get ready to join us on our adventure today, collecting bites all across the Mushroom Kingdom. So whether you're a seasoned player or a newcomer to the game, it's time to press start and tune in to Bucket Bites. Let's go!
Hot dog.
What?
Get your hot dog.
Get your hot dogs here!
Get your hot
God,
dog.
dude,
Lizzie.
I also hear you're a dragon slayer. Or is that
That's
just
what
the
they call
nickname?
me. That's what the ladies call me.
Like, I don't rage at people. I get very passive aggressive. So there was a lot of like, oh, that's fantastic.
I'm an immature child.
Did the day end well done?
It did. We went to go get ice cream at like this little pizza place.
Instead of sending bombs and missiles to Ukraine, we are sending Teslas because they are better improved explosive devices.
I feel really weird about owning a Tesla right now.
Sentient robots taking over the world.
You know, people have seen my videos. Like, it's just strange.
This is Bucket Bites.
This is Bucket Bites.
This is Bucket Bites.
This is Bucket Bites.
This is
This is
Bucket Bites.
You're darn tootin'. It's Bucket Bites. And I am Papa Post, as I said before. I'm surrounded by the likes of Dom and Josh Picard from Suggestive Gaming. No Reyes today. He's out with a sickness, the illness called It's Friday and I want to do other fun things. Just kidding.
I was gonna say that the illness is lazy. He got a case of the lazies.
No, I don't think that's true. But
Sorry, Riz. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
no, well, it's funny. He called me and he let me know. He's like, I'm not feeling good. I said, fine. I'll just go fuck myself. And here we are. So here we are. Welcome to Bucket Bites. If you guys didn't catch on from the opener, it's March 10th is the day of recording, which is otherwise known as Mario Day. Something I didn't catch on to until a couple of years ago, to be honest, which is kind of embarrassing.
Yeah,
So
a little bit.
Yeah.
Some of the bites today are going to have some Mario connotations to them, but it's not going to be primarily a Mario episode. So I just want to let that be known ahead of time. So you guys, before the show, we kind of record, for supporters of the show, and you guys, we were talking about. So Josh, you were talking about how you had a gash in your head. And you're running around just having fun with some automatic doors. And Dom, like, you were about to start talking about an experience you had, and I really want to know what you were going to say.
So I have two dumb child experiences that I
Okay.
remember. So one time I was like 5 or 4, and I was playing with like some toy cars, and behind me was my fireplace. Our house's fireplace, which is made out of like, stone and bricks and everything.
Mhm.
And little me was very reckless. So I was having fun, and then suddenly I was like, I'm gonna lean my head back really fast. So I bonked the back of my head on this fireplace. I was like leaning my back on it, then I like knocked my head back, and I think I passed out.
Oh,
Um,
oh my God!
I'm
Just
sure I-
concussed yourself just sitting.
yeah, I smacked my head back, and like I think I was on like sitting at the corner, so like I hit the corner of it,
Oh,
the
like,
back
yeah,
of my
like,
head,
yeah.
in that soft spot. That soft spot right there.
Yeah.
And I remember my dad being like hella freaked out and blaming my mom because she wasn't watching me. And
That
my
sounds
dad,
like a toxic
deeply
relationship.
cares about me. No, it's not.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I have no insight, bro. But so your dad
But
blamed
yeah,
your mom for your negligence. Okay.
Yeah, because he was hella worried about me because I'm his
That's
only
good.
son, you know.
Okay. Do you have a sister?
And- yeah, I have a sister, but that's my stepsister.
Does he care about your?
But-
Oh, so she doesn't. So he doesn't care about her.
No, he does care about her, but this is like a
Okay.
long ass time ago, man.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to get the details.
I got you. I know. So yeah, that was a really dumb moment for me, and I smacked my head. Got to the hospital. I got stitches on the top of my head, and I don't think they're there anymore. Like, of course they're not
I
there
hope the
anymore, but, like,
stitches aren't there anymore.
I mean, like, I don't think I have a scar there, so like, there's no proof of it.
Stitches in for
having it.
15 years.
And
Oh my
here's
God.
a really this story is hella embarrassing. So
Okay.
my dad had like a sand pit in next door, right? My dad had a sand pit for some reason. He had like a
Okay.
pile of sand. I said sand pit. No, it was like a sand
Like a
hill
sand
type of thing.
mound. Yeah.
Like a sand
Okay.
mound. I don't know why he had it, but there was like this wooden plank on top of it. I mean, not on the side of it, like a very long wooden plank. And I used to climb up and down it, right? And then one
Okay.
time he was like, "All right, Dom, it's time to go inside." And I was like, "Okay." So I decided like this looks like a great slide. This very messed up piece of long wood. So my dumbass slid down this wooden. Why did you do that?
Don't worry. Don't even look at me. Just tell your story, man. You're talking about sliding up and down on long pieces of wood, and like I'm a child. I'm an immature child.
So
Just
all I'm thinking about is like a just Splinterfield dumbass. Like,
yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
am I spot on? Yeah.
yeah, I slid down and got this huge piece of splinter in one of my ass cheeks.
Oh no.
I also passed out for that one.
Just from the pain, or
I guess I passed out from crying in pain, and I just next thing I don't even remember. I remember waking up in the hospital, and I was given a Curious George puzzle box.
they had to
That's-
take you to the hospital to take the splint of wood out of your ass cheek?
I think it was a big piece of wood.
So he
Oh,
then
boy.
got stitches on his butt that he doesn't know are there or not anymore.
No,
Yeah.
they're of course they're fucking gone.
Well, that's okay. You know, you got a box. You got a puzzle box.
I got a Curious George puzzle box. Like
It's
was
like
a
you get to keep
lunchbox
it?
looking thing. Yeah, they gave it to me because my
Dude.
grandma used to work at the hospital and she gave it to me.
Oh, your
Oh,
grandma
okay,
gave
okay.
it to you.
Yeah,
I was like,
special,
what?
special.
Like, I barely got stickers at the dentist.
I was
They're
gonna
giving
say-
away puzzle boxes. What is this? No, that's whew. That sounds
Yeah,
like
it
a
was-
rough time.
And yeah, I barely remember that, but yeah, those are my two dumbass kid stories
Wow.
that I remember.
Well, I mean, I guess if we're gonna stick with head trauma and just have everybody on the show have some sort of it at some point, you guys didn't get to hear Josh's story, but when I was a child, I
Well,
was
you
running.
did if you're a supporter.
That's true.
Subscribe to the Patreon. You could hear my story
Patreon.
That's true.
and see my bald head. I'm saving my bald head for the Patreon.
Oh, that's right. And it was glorious. But when I was a child, I was running on my porch, and we had this really sharp, like, mailbox. It had like very sharp corners on it, and I was not paying attention, and I ended up gashing my forehead from here all the way up.
Oh.
I didn't get stitches or anything, so it couldn't have been that bad. But I just remember it being like crazy concussed from it and just bleeding all over the place. So if something seems off about this show, it's because everybody on it has some sort of head trauma.
Head trauma.
Someone has a
That's
problem.
true. Yeah.
That's,
that's true.
It explains a lot for me and all, the years of football and concussions.
What
Um,
position did you play in football?
I was a running back. It doesn't
That's
look
what
like
I
it
thought.
anymore. It doesn't look like it
what I
anymore. But
thought.
yeah, I for sure had 2 when I played that I can remember. So yeah, who knows? I can only imagine what my brain looks like. It's probably diseased. But anyways,
Blue.
I don't, probably not. Probably not.
Probably not.
So, okay, let me ask you guys this. How you guys go out to get fast food? I know, Josh, you've talked about McDonald's before. You capitalist enjoying.
Dude, I am a fast food. I'm currently dieting. I've lost 12 pounds since we started doing the show like this.
Oh, that good.
So
for,
I'm.
that's
Thank
only like
you.
3 weeks
Thank
or
you.
4 weeks.
I
That's
know.
good.
I'm like
So
I
good.
said. I think I said on the first episode I'd go through really crash dieting, and I lose weight really fast, and then I gain it back really fast. So this time I'm trying not to gain it back really fast.
Bro, as long
So I
as-
haven't had fast food lately, but God fucking damn it, do I see like Taco Bell ads on Instagram, and I'm just like, oh, I want you so
Dude.
bad.
It's
But yeah,
hey,
I'm sorry
it's a
to
real thing.
derail.
You derailed nothing. So my wife, she told me this story today when she got home from work. Have you guys ever like said anything that you've like either regretted or felt bad about saying to somebody working at fast food?
No,
No, not
No?
yet. No.
never.
Okay. My wife is a very nice person, usually, to people that aren't me.
Or me.
She's
I'm just
nice.
kidding,
She's
sorry.
nice to you.
I'm
She's
just
nice
kidding.
to you.
I don't know
Hey,
why I even
hey.
said that.
It's funny because I was gonna tell her to come on the show today and replace Reyes, but
Oh,
she
that'd be
was
great.
yeah. I told her anytime she wants to.
Yeah, anytime.
But maybe this story will make you change your mind about her coming on the show.
Okay, all right.
Oh.
She was at Wendy's today, going through the drive-through, and she made the person who was at the drive-through window quit
Whoa.
today.
How the fuck does that happen?
Was she just the final straw, or was it literally that bad?
She was the final straw.
Because I've
And-
seen that happen. I wasn't the one, but I've been in line and somebody's like, "Oh, hey, excuse me, like my order was wrong," like like in the nicest way, and she was like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
Okay,
I've seen
okay. So it's a very similar thing to that. So she's going through the line, she's waiting a while, and the car in front of her gets a couple bags of food, and they go in first hand. They don't even hand back the bag. They hand back some fries, which my wife saw them eating, and then the rest of the food that was in the bag. And then obviously they get another bag and they drive off. Well, my wife gets up there and she gets the ripped bag that was handed back and forth. And she said,
so it was the wrong order.
yeah. So basically they got her order, easy, simple mix.
Started eating the fries and
Yeah.
okay.
So my wife gets up there and the lady just gives her the bag. So my wife's like, well, is this new food in the same bag? And she's like, yeah. And she's like, okay, well, it was just in the same bag, so I assume that it was just the same food. I'd like to have new food that wasn't already eaten. And she said, and the lady apparently, and my wife could tell the story better, grabbed the bag of food and fucking just closed the window, threw the bag, and said, "Fuck this shit, I'm done." And my wife watched her walk out of the restaurant and just speed away.
Oh.
And like I know, like my wife is like she is a saint, especially to like people she doesn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know for a fact it couldn't have been, well, you never know.
Yeah, but more than likely she was polite about it.
Yeah,
It's
she was
just-
definitely
That was
polite
not what
about it.
that person wanted to hear. Probably the last people were shitty.
Oh, or the last
oh,
like
you gave me the
five.
wrong fucking order. Yeah, but I mean like the
Right.
people that she gave that bag to, and then like the next person comes along and is like, well, you just gave this bag to those people. So that made her feel
Right.
extra shitty about getting it wrong the
Mhm.
first time,
Yeah.
probably.
Mhm.
And
Right. Well, and who knows
Yeah.
how many people in a row got something fucked up, and then
oh, certainly, certainly.
Yeah,
And
also
that's
a management issue too, I think.
I was gonna say that's hardly the issue of the person at the drive-through that they get the wrong bag and give it to the wrong person, like at the window. So
Right.
yeah, you can't help but feel bad because like, and that's why you said like, have you ever had an experience with a fast? Like, I am super fucking nice to fast food workers. I
Right.
love them. I'm so glad that they're doing the job that they're doing. Like, that's not a joke. Like, I'm
No, I know. It's
like I love them. Thank you for your service and what you do. Like, I'm not gonna
Thank
treat you
for
like shit. Well, you know what I mean.
I know.
Like,
It's just funny when you hear that and
It's-
you just like you're mentally just hearing like you only
not-
hear it said to
not
military,
like a military.
right? Yeah.
I'm
I
aware.
know.
I'm-
I know.
It may be a bit drastic to use that phrase,
But
no,
they are
like,
serving you.
post-
They are serving you.
Exactly. You and I know we worked in shitty retail for
Yes.
years.
Mhm.
And like I will see the people who treat the, on the floor retail people like garbage, and I'm just like, how the fuck are you doing this to like a human being who's
Right.
making minimum wage and like trying to help you?
Right.
Like,
Yep.
I don't get it. So all of the fast food service industry people fucking love you. I'm always
Right.
going to give you the best treatment I can because you are helping me, and I appreciate that.
100%.
So
That's the thing that people forget. I'm sorry, Dom. I'll let you talk in a second. I'm gonna let you finish, but I'm gonna pull the Kanye. But it's true. I don't know how anybody in their right mind could ever go shitty on somebody who's doing a service for them. It just
How you get
that
spit in your
just blows
food,
my
man.
mind. Yeah. Well, that's what I told my wife. I said I sure hope nobody's spitting your food.
Oh yeah.
So I'm sorry to interrupt you, Dom. So what were you gonna say, buddy?
So fast food workers are amazing, like what Josh said. And you know what's funny? I live in Virginia, right? Of course.
Okay.
But like
Wait.
area-
Wait. Can we stop real quick?
Hey.
So I was unaware of. I'm sorry to interrupt, but you said you live in Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia.
Why do you say hella so much?
Do I say hello a lot?
You say hella a lot. I was like, this. I
I
pegged
don't
this
know.
kid from California the minute I started talking to
Oh,
him.
really?
No, I
Yeah.
probably not.
All right, sorry. Go ahead.
So I live in this kind of like shitty city basically, right? And the fast food workers there are like the best worst service people I've ever met. They're so funny, and the bad service is just hilarious to me because I take everything as a joke, which probably isn't good. But
Mhm.
I love getting bad service because it's so funny. I'll be like, yeah, hey, I go to like Popeyes or something. This is perfect. So I go to Popeyes near my house, and I order like a chicken sandwich or something, and they're like, "What you want?" I was like, "Yeah, let me get a chicken sandwich." Right? And they don't say a word back to me, go back to get the chicken sandwich, and they like throw it at me basically. It's like, great, hell yeah, I'm out of here.
Well, it depends on how shitty the service is, right? Like, I understand getting miffed about someone just handing your stuff, being rude, not talking, whatever. I mean, it's a thankless job for the most part, and the pay is not usually very good. Although there's been some good progression there, especially with all the people that have not been working in the service industry, which has really driven up wages a lot.
Yeah, the past 3 years have
so
helped that.
That's and it's great. It's still that's a whole different topic though. Can
I tell you a
don't know.
story real quick?
No.
About the only time I tipped a fast food worker.
Oh yes, I would love to hear this.
So I was in Appleton, Wisconsin, and there was a truck stop, and I stopped for McDonald's breakfast.
Was it the Moasis truck stop?
I honestly wouldn't.
I guarantee you I know which one you're talking about. Well, it could be one or two.
Maybe. But so there's a McDonald's in the truck stop, and there is one guy working. He is flipping the fucking like eggs on the fucking griddle. He's operating the thing. There's now hiring signs everywhere.
Mhm.
He's operating the register, the drive-through, everything. One guy doing everything, and there's this old guy who's bitching about not getting his coffee fast enough.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, because there's like a store inside. Like, go to the fucking like there's like a gas station essentially. Like, go get coffee there.
100% know which one you're talking about.
All right, perfect. So so I'm getting annoyed at the fucking old guy who's yelling at him. And I ordered my food like 20 minutes before him, and I'm just sitting there. And I got work to do. Like, I got to get to my job. But like, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit here patiently. This guy's fucking working his ass off. Right. And after I grabbed my food from him, I slipped him a 20, and I was like, here you go, man. like, because that guy, honestly, I've never seen somebody working harder in my entire life. And I was like, this dude just like, I feel so bad for him.
And then what you didn't know is that he got fired 2 weeks later when the management reviewed the videotape and he took it.
And found that he was accepting a gratuity.
Yeah, dude. Anyways,
that'd be so nasty. Oh.
Do you know what though? I won't get into it. But what were you gonna say, Dom?
So yeah, speaking of fast food, have you guys experienced like embarrassing moments at fast food places?
Embarrassing for who?
Like for yourself, like embarrassing for yourself, like you embarrassed yourself.
I don't have an embarrassing story, but when I had an old phone, Do you know what I'm talking about, Post?
No, I don't. I don't think I do.
I had an
just
old
thought of
phone
my
that
story.
never worked, and
Mm-hmm.
my friends and I would hang out at Taco Bell all the time, and my
Yeah.
phone never worked, and I'd have to like pound it on things in order for it to start working. I don't know why, but it would work if I like hit it on a
That's
like,
old
table.
tech for you.
Yeah, so I every now and then I was sitting at Taco Bell, I just throw it across the Taco Bell and then walk over and pick it up. So yeah, I think it was like a Motorola G something, but yeah, that thing got thrown across the Taco Bell, and people would look at me really weird. But that's my only like embarrassing fast food
Oh,
stories.
I have two stories about embarrassing times in fast
Kids'
food
stories
restaurants.
always come in twos. I like it.
I don't know why it's cursed. So all right, one day my mom was like, "Hey, can you get me Wendy's, Dom?" And I was like, "Sure, I like Wendy's, fine." And I get to the Wendy's and I'm at the drive-thru. I'd never take my truck to the drive-thru anymore after this. Um, I t- I was taking my truck to this drive-thru, and their drive-throughs are really weird because it's kind of like on a hill, so it's kind of curved, and my truck doesn't like hills very much when it's on the side.
okay.
And I'm going around the corner, and it's a tight corner, and my dumbass didn't give my truck enough space to get around the corner. So I get to like my rear end is starting to scrape on on the side of the Wendy's.
Oh,
Luckily
like the
enough, I was
building?
able to yeah, like the building itself. So it was
Oh
like
my.
you know where the wheel is. It was it's above the arc and there's a little chrome piece there above
The
my in
trim.
my
Yep.
yeah, the trim. There's a little chrome piece there. And there's a guy in front of me and I'm getting around the corner. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna hit the Wendy's. And I just said, fuck it. It's like a band-aid. So I started pulling forward. I heard "Arrgh!"
Like a band-aid.
and I was like, fuck me. And then the dude in front of me was like, damn, like hella loud. He looked behind me, he's like, hey, you good, man? I was like, yeah, I'm great. I'm great. I'm great. So I got home and I looked at it, I was like, I was so like heated. I was so embarrassed. And I was like, I can't wait to tell my parents about this. Either they're gonna be really mad at me or it's gonna be really simple. Luckily enough, I can replace the trim and there's no damage done to my vehicle at all.
Well, there was damage. You just fixed
But there was
it.
damage. I just fixed it. But it was basically free. I just had to go to a junkyard and find
Oh,
the
that's
trim
good.
somewhere else.
That's good.
My other story, I was a little younger, probably like 12 or something, and I was ordering at a KFC, and this guy couldn't hear me.
That's your first problem.
Yeah, my dad was like, "Why don't you order real quick? I'm gonna go use the bathroom." And I was like, "Okay." So I'm.
How old were you? were you 7 years
I was like
old?
12 or like 10. I feel like I was 12 or 10.
Okay.
And this guy couldn't hear me, and he started making fun of me, kind of, because he was like, "Man, you gotta speak up or some shit, man." Like cursing
my
at me, like
God.
genuinely. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't know what I want.
Yeah, you're a little kid.
And I'm like struggling, and then I get the order out, and then I get the food, and I could never go back there. I would never ever go back there.
Just because some asshole was making fun of you for being a child?
That'll hit you though. Like that
That's
that
true.
hit me,
that
man. I
stays
was like,
in the back of your mind. You're like, I don't want to live through that again.
I already know I'm a soft-spoken individual, and I know like I don't have a loud voice, and that was like icing on the cake. It's like, fuck that, dude. I ain't
Okay.
ordering shit. But I've gotten over that with other places, but I ain't going to KFC again.
Like no KFC ever?
Maybe one day, but like I ain't going there myself.
Because I mean, look, I'll talk shit about KFC, but sometimes I'll get a famous bowl that just hits the spot.
Their chicken sandwiches are solid. I mean, like
I've never had their chicken sandwiches. I'm
I
not a
like
big
the
chicken
Nashville
sandwich
hot.
guy though.
Really? Yo, I'm
Dom's
a
clearly
chicken sandwich enthusiast.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
I
want
can
to
tell
eat every chicken sandwich in the world.
Careful,
That's my
you'll start
lifetime
looking
goal.
like me.
Fair.
In moderation, of course.
Right. Enjoy that metabolism while you got it, buddy. Once you hit
ya.
30, that shit's dead.
Would you say it's on your bucket list to get a chicken sandwich from I'm sorry. Don't hate me.
I'm gonna walk out now.
That's all right. I walked out too mentally. If I had to mention one embarrassing story, the only one I can really think of is I was at a Denny's a night after drinking, and I kept making my waitress get me a new cup of orange juice because it wasn't orangey enough. And it's because I was intoxicated. So that was kind of embarrassing after
I
that.
guarantee you that that woman was sick of your shit immediately.
I tipped I gave her $1 tip every time she went and grabbed me another one, like it was at a bar.
Well,
Like
okay.
So it was, but that was kind of I still think about that embarrassment.
Yeah, cringe a little bit.
I was just like, oh God, what a fucking drunk idiot I was.
Yeah.
But
I don't think I have any drunk idiot stories, luckily.
oh, I've got too many of them.
I think just because like my natural state is drunk, so
You just live life in a drunk state.
exactly. So I mean,
Well, if you listen to the last episode, I'm the one to blame for that because I made you drink at my wedding. So
yeah, you certainly did. That was like one of the first times I ever drank too.
oh man,
Wow, shame on you, Post.
You sent me down this dark spiral that I'm in now.
yeah,
My
that's
liver thanks you.
Well, yeah, well, you know
That
the rest
one
of
beer
it-
I drank at your wedding.
That's not my fault. I'm not taking responsibility. Hey, how much? I only bring this up, and it's not been a problem for me recently. But if you guys go out and eat all the time, order out a lot, whatever, how much is too much? Like if you
what do you mean,
if
like
you if
money
you
or
yeah, money wise, if you went and like looked at how much money you spent at one, like you don't think about it, right? You're just ordering food, you're going to grab lunch, wherever. What would be like that point when if you added up how much money you spent at one place? Like for a good example is Starbucks. A lot of people don't realize how much money they spend at Starbucks or coffee shops in general.
Yeah.
But like how much would you think is too much for just like one place like that?
are you talking just for one person at one time?
We talk about like individual
yeah,
products.
Yeah, I mean, you can have like one or two people, like if it's you and your girlfriend or something, or your
Because
boyfriend.
like if it's me and my fiance and we're going out to dinner, like that's different than me going
like,
to Starbucks.
Something. I think a better comparison is something like a Starbucks. Like, hey, I'm gonna just go grab this on my way in somewhere or whatever. What's that tipping point of like, shit, that's too much. We got to make a change.
I'm gonna be honest and say I think I'm still a little confused. Are you talking about like individual like products of things?
Okay, let me just.
Yeah, I'm
I'll tell
confused
you.
too, Dom. I'm
Okay.
with you.
So I would give my wife crap all the time because she goes to Starbucks all the time, and every month, every couple months, or once or twice a year, we would come together and be like, "Hey, we gotta stop spending so much money at such and such place."
Oh,
Okay. So my example was going to be there were some months we would spend over $200 at Starbucks.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking money for coffee.
That's crazy.
Dude,
yeah, that's a lot.
That's insane. And if you like think about it, who's going to I just think like something like that for something that you don't need to go buy. It's just a pure convenience thing. That's way too much money. Like I think $100 a month is a lot for something like Starbucks in over the course of a month. But I guess what I want to know is this is kind of like a am I the asshole type thing. Am I the asshole for thinking, I want to limit this spending to $100 a month?
No, of course not, right? That like if you want to I mean it's your choice, of course. You gotta stop going to Starbucks, first of all.
Sure.
And well, you're losing out on convenience sake, but like, is it really that convenient if you can just make it real quick?
Curious what Josh has to say.
So I'm almost wanting to stay out of this conversation, like
Ooh.
out of not wanting to look like a rich asshole.
Oh, okay.
It's not because I'm rich, it's because I'm insanely irresponsible with money.
Okay, sure.
But again, I don't have a house, I don't have kids.
Yeah, well that's fine.
Yeah.
So like if you're like, "Oh, $200 to Starbucks." I'm like, "That's it?"
but that's that's the funny thing though is there's people who spend $300 to $500 even more at Starbucks in a month, and to me,
and for me it's not Starbucks. For me, my big issue is like Grubhub and
Sure.
Uber Eats, right?
Sure.
So like if you saw how much I spent a month on Uber Eats, your fucking head would explode.
It
And mine
probably
does
would.
every time, but it doesn't change. I don't know why. I can't fucking solve the problem. So, like, I understand this completely, but also I can't say anything because I'm 100% guilty of it. So,
Well, I'm not. Well, so am I. Like, if I took that Starbucks money, like that, some of that's. I'm not saying like that's me too. The convenience is just too much to pass up sometimes.
oh, for sure.
But like, I don't know. It's just something, and maybe it's just easy to lose sight of. Like, you look at your bank. Some of us look at our bank account on occasion, and they're like, "Well, shit, where did all the money go?" And when you
Yeah,
add up
yeah, yeah.
a lot of these small things, well,
Yeah.
it's more
when you-
prevalent when you have
and
kids and stuff too. But
I was gonna say, yeah, like, and that's where I'm fortunate because I will add up, and I'll look like, oh my god, I spent that much on Uber Eats when I could have just taken 3 trips to the fucking grocery store, like, you know what I mean? And it's obscene, but at
Yeah.
the same time, like, I have the benefit of I have very
Yeah.
little response.
Overhead.
I have a car payment and like cable and internet and heat, and that's about it. But like, I'm fortunate in that I have that ability. So, like, you and I are in completely different realms there. Like, I look at it and it's not necessarily like I need to change this. It's more so like I should change this. I'm a piece of shit. But
but that's the, I guess that's where I'm kind of coming from, is like, it's not a change I needed to make, but it's a change I probably should have made. And
well, yeah,
so,
because
like,
you look at it and you're like, I could have $200 a month more if I just made that change. But
right.
like, it's sometimes I don't know what it is. It's hard too. Like you said, it's the convenience factor, right?
Mhm.
Like, it's like, and I say that all the time. I'm like, what's the difference between how much I'm spending and how much time I'm spending?
That's true. And that's another
know?
whole other thing.
It's a trade-off. It's a trade-off.
But
I think for this discussion that I'm kind of different compared to you guys. I
Yeah.
don't, because first of all, I don't have my own bank account. But even
I'm
if
sorry,
I do
what?
go out, I don't have
Do
my
you
own
really
bank
We
not?
account.
talked about this before. Yeah, we talked about
Oh.
this before.
Yeah.
Okay.
And first of all, I don't. If I'm going out, I'm paying with cash, of course, but it's only on occasion. I don't go out for like restaurants or anything like that unless
Well,
there's
not
like
yet.
something going on.
Yeah.
I mean, I take my girlfriend out once in a while, but like that's occasion. I like to call it as well. But yeah, but I don't really have like a problem. It's like I need to stop spending money at fast food joints like ASAP. But I don't have that issue myself.
Okay. Well, I would be curious to anyone who's either listening or watching either right now live or even on YouTube, like, what is how much is too much? I want to know, because in your opinions, because it's amazing how kind of focusing, like, for us, I go back to Starbucks because that's what it was, but I focused on the Starbucks at first. We brought that $200 down to $100, right? So basically, how we made that change was we just preload $100 gift card every month, and we just add to it. So if they're like, hey, if you only spend $50 one month, next month you got
Roll it over.
$150. Yeah, you got $150.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starbucks
So-
is good with that too because they've got that card that you can.
They just
loan.
fucking changed it though. It used to be double rewards points. Now it's only whatever. Anyways, but then you start looking at all the other things. So it's like, oh shit. Well, if I could save $100 here, I could save $500 if I just make my own dinner. And that's the hard part, especially when you're so busy all the time. Like you got kids, or you're working multiple jobs or whatever it is. Like, you get home at the end of the day and you're just like, man, I'm just fried. And
Yeah.
it's like, do I just spend the next half hour making dinner? Half hours being, on the short end of things, because you got to prep. If you
Right.
want to like actually make a decent meal, you got to prep it and everything. Like, there's
it's pretty
people can be pretty smart about it and plan ahead, but call it an hour and then an hour and a half to eat. Total. So it's then it's bedtime. And if you're like me, I have so much I want to do or need to do every day, every night. Like, Josh, I know you do. So you start, you got to weigh those options, but it's easy to save $500 a month by making food yourself rather than ordering out. And it's just insane, because I've been on both sides of the coin where I have no fucking money. Why do I have no money? And then I'm like, well, hey, now I have all this money. I can go and do something nice. And it's trying to find the happy medium. I don't know. Like I said, just let me know. I'd be curious what is too much, or feel free to tell me what you guys spend at Starbucks or what your significant other does, because that's a good venting place.
Or on food delivery, because I'd like
Or
to
food
know
delivery.
where I'm standing.
That's I would love to hear those numbers, and maybe it'll be an eye opener for people too. Like, oh my god, we just started a lot of internal drama now because people are going to be looking through their bank accounts and being like, well, what the fuck are you spending?
What the fuck are you doing? $600 on frappuccinos.
It happens out there though. So anyways, transitioning, Josh,
Yeah.
you brought up a bite a long time ago about Apple, and like originally you wanted to talk about how Apple's making a foldable phone, or at least they had a patent for it.
Yeah, presumably, yeah.
Allegedly. I'm curious if you wanted to expand on that at all. And then you said there's something else.
Yeah, so foldable phones are kind of a thing again. And you've got foldable touchscreen phones. And my buddy Steven from Australia actually flew over last year around this time, and he had a foldable touchscreen phone. Like there was like you open it up and it's a regular phone, and then you close it and there's it's like a half of a phone, but there's still a touchscreen on it, and you're like, what the fuck?
Was it a
crazy.
Samsung? The Samsung?
I think
one?
I think it was a Samsung one.
Yeah.
And it's kind of wild because it works, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So apparently Apple's been toying with that for a while, and they've had patents out, and there's always these guys that do like the Apple rumors and Apple kind of leaks and trying to figure out what they're going to do next. And they've been saying for years now that Apple's going to make a foldable phone. And if Apple does something, they're not going to do it until they can do it right. And I think the perfect example is the notch, or I'm sorry, like the dynamic island in the 14 Pros. Like everybody was talking about, Apple needs to get rid of the notch and just do a cutout. And they didn't do a cutout necessarily. They did their dynamic island. And they only did it because they could build it into the operating system of the phone. I don't know if you look confused. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
I'm assuming, so like I don't have an iPhone, but I'm assuming like for you can't see, it's too dark. But basically it's just like where the camera is, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think I'm going to try to show you on my lock screen here. Like, so it's not a notch, it's just a cutout.
Oh, right. Yeah, the screen goes around
in the screen. But the thing Apple did, and I'll see if I can get something here.
Yeah, there's like notifications that kind of pop out around it and some other stuff. Yeah.
So they built it into the OS where it's not just like the cutout. So if you look here, like it goes into like, stuff there.
Yeah.
So it's like that's what Apple does. Like they're not going to do something unless they can find their own way to build it into the software. So I imagine that's what they would do with a foldable. Like they're not just going to make a foldable iPhone. It would have to be, they'd have to have some kind of spin on it that would make it Apple specific.
Unique to app. Yeah.
Right. So that was kind of my question about that, is like, what could Apple do with a foldable phone that would make it theirs and not just an iPhone that you can fold in half and shove in your pocket,
Well, it's interesting because the whole foldable phone thing, just as a whole, I still don't love, even though the tech is pretty cool and pretty impressive. There's been a lot of tests out there with people folding their phone like with dirt in it and everything, and the screen still works really well and all this other stuff. I don't know, anything that moves, any kind of mechanical anything on an electronic device just kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies a little bit. Just mechanical stuff fails.
Yes, 100% of the time.
Especially with electronic items. Like you can have software that goes bad, that's whatever. But if you fold your phone the wrong way, or it's bent backwards, or who knows what, I mean, there's people that'll dispute all of that. But that being
No,
said,
you're right. Anything like mechanical or physical will fail 100% of the time. It's just how long will that take?
right?
I mean, to me, it's like, what's the point of a foldable phone?
Well,
Like, is there
space.
an actual
Yeah,
exchange?
it's a form factor thing, really.
Really? But like,
Yeah.
that's not
Yeah.
that big of a difference, right?
Well, I
At least
mean,
for me, it's
I
not.
have a 14 Pro Max and it's giant, right? Like if I could
Yeah.
fold this thing in half and shove it in my pocket,
Okay.
like
You're saying
that would
I,
Sorry.
that would feel so much better.
I'm sorry.
And be so much more convenient. Especially like the Samsung one I loved because they did something interesting with it where there was still a screen on the outside. So
Mhm.
like you could still kind of see your notifications or whatever and then flip it open for like actually interacting. So I
Right.
thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, like the other thing I've seen is like, all right, give me this phone, but then I can open it up into a tablet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So even if
Well-
the phone is still this big folded, if I could open it up into a tablet and it's bigger and I could read a book or I can
Sure.
like do that kind of thing on it.
Well, that's
That
out
that's
there.
interesting.
That's out there.
That
At
would be-
least,
Yeah,
at least
Samsung's got one of those too.
yeah.
How do you even know that?
But your
That's cool.
question is how does Apple make that unique? That's not our job. That's not my
but
job.
I was just wondering like what can you do with a foldable phone that hasn't been done or that would make it for like to Dom's point, what would make it worthy of being like, yeah, I want that over just a normal phone.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, they
RGB
can make
on the
it
side.
fold like a little cartoon thing. Like it folds into like a little tiny square.
Oh, like
And it
like you
comes
can
up
fold
together.
it like you can fold it like 20 times into a little square.
Yeah.
Like, this is my phone.
Dude, but imagine having a phone that's the size of an iPod Nano
Oh,
or something, right? That you can
Yeah.
just
You're old.
flip once, flip two. Dude, I never even owned an iPod Nano. Okay, so cut me
Nanos
some
were
slack.
stupid because you couldn't even pick. No, I'm thinking of the Shuffle. The Shuffles were dumb.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's what I meant. I meant the shuffle.
That's what you meant.
I
That's what
meant
you
the
meant.
shuffle.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I still, like I said, I still don't love the whole idea. And they probably will never make anything with a foldable phone, especially because that market's kind of full. Well, like it's funny though because that tech brought Razr back, the Motorola Razr.
Yeah. Yeah,
so,
dude.
which I never had one of those either because I wasn't one of the cool
Me
kids.
neither.
I had a track
Neither
phone.
was I. Dude, I had my stupid fucking Motorola I had to throw across Taco Bell. I didn't have a Razr. I wish I did.
Yeah, and if
I
you
only
did,
had
it would have flown. It would have flew through the air, sliced through the window.
Yeah, that shit was aerodynamic.
So, Dom, what you were gonna say something, and then you kind of stopped.
I kind of forgot, honestly. I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
Brain trauma.
Yeah, it's showing off now.
So, what was the thing that they showed off just today or yesterday? Or
So today they announced a new color for the iPhone 14 and 14 Pro, and I'm going to send it to you post.
Okay. Am I showing
so
it on
that you
screen?
can, so that you can show it on screen.
Is it lime
I'm
green?
just gonna- It is not lime green. You're not far off.
Because that would
I
be
just
pretty
sent it.
slick.
I just
All right,
sent it.
I gotta do this
If
in
you
a
watch
way
Bucket
where.
Bites on TTV,
Um,
you'll be able to see what we're gonna see.
oh, here's
But-
a better one too.
Oh, ew.
Okay, well you're burying the lead, post. You got to show it.
I'm sorry. I'm
You
sorry.
got to show it.
Okay, hold on.
This is why I wanted to bring it up.
All right, hold on.
I wanted to get your guys' opinion on what you think of Apple's
Oh,
new color.
I'm gonna refresh the page because it was cool. Because when I did it originally, it was like blurred out. Oh, it's
Yeah,
gonna
you
stay.
had to wait.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
okay.
cash now. You're
So yeah, so yeah, this is the
Oh
new
my goodness.
iPhone 14, and okay, my initial response to this was ew, but it's actually kind of growing on me.
it's
the more I
not
look at it.
horrible.
Oh,
But
there's
my
more
point is
colors.
they already had gold. I think they had gold on this.
They had
model,
blue,
did they?
purple, midnight, starlight,
didn't.
and
Okay.
red. But
That's a
yellow's
very
the new
light
one.
purple.
So I'm gonna be honest. It's growing on me, and I don't hate it.
Okay, fair enough.
At first
I'm
I saw
gonna
it and I
agree.
thought it was gross. That yellow reminds me of like the banana candies.
Yeah, Ritz.
Yeah.
Or
Is it
no,
Ritz?
Runts.
Yeah, Runts.
Runts.
I don't know why,
Yeah.
but that color yellow just reminds me of the banana runt.
The banana Runts. All right.
That's
I'm
what
in.
that's what it reminds me of. It makes me
A guy I
actually-
work with, and I'll quote him. He said, "Finally, Apple released an iPhone the color of my piss after a night drinking."
That's still
And,
kind of dark. That's still kind of dark for a night of drinking. If I'm being honest, he needs to hydrate.
I don't know.
more.
I think that's a little light for drinking. But that's just me and my terrible kidneys. But no, yeah, I don't know. You're right on the money with the banana Runts, I think.
What's the
Yeah,
purple one
that's-
look like? That looks like a very light purple.
Well, that's existing. That's all existing colors.
Yeah, come on, Dom. Don't you know the spectrum of Apple iPhone colors?
no.
If I can be honest, I actually really like the colors of these phones.
Dude,
The black's
They-
nice.
The black is
There's
the
one
red
thing
is really
Apple-
nice too.
The
there's
red's also
one
nice.
thing Apple's always had going for them. It's aesthetic.
I don't really like the purple too much.
I
The
kind of like
blue's
it
okay.
a little bit.
The blues are right. I really like I like the red, the black, and actually, if I had to choose three, it's the red, black, and yellow.
You should choose the red,
The red is like
The red is
The-
powerful.
but the
It's-
money goes towards fighting AIDS. So you should pick the red.
oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, that's the product.
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Kind of cool.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I'm ignorant. I don't know what a lot of things are. Purchase now to contribute directly to global fund to combat COVID.
All right, Post, go ahead.
Oh, it's COVID now. Okay, maybe,
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
it was
so-
COVID. No, I'm thinking of they have a different one for AIDS. I'm sorry.
Holy
I'm
shit,
mixing
they
up
are
my-
so
my Apple social-
expensive though.
Yeah, and that's the
1,200
normal one.
bucks?
That's not even the pro.
Oh my god.
That's not even the pro. Go to
Oh
the
my
pro.
God. Where's
dude.
the pro?
I don't know. You might have to go.
Here's the
This is plus, right?
I think the pro's like 1,800.
okay, whatever. That's too much money.
Yeah, we're going on. a
Work,
tangent
work.
here, but-
Like I said, if I have to be honest, I initially hated the yellow, but it grew on me really quick actually.
Started looking a little nicer.
You're buying a P phone?
Amen.
Hey man, that's not a P phone. That's a Banana Runts phone.
All right, if you insist.
Are you gonna buy one now? You gonna buy a yellow one?
Oh, dude, I'm not buying a fucking normal iPhone. What do I look like? A bum?
Wow.
Get out of here.
What do I look
For
like? Some kind of peasant?
Too bougie.
I got a pro. Remember that dynamic island I was talking about? You can only get that with the
The-
pros, my friend.
Only the pro has the island.
I got a Pro Max even.
Oh Jesus Christ. Yeah, I can't even say anything because like I have the Pro Max version of Samsung's phone, so it's like. Anyways,
Mine's a business expense.
oh well, mine's not, because. I just filed my taxes, by the way.
Oh my god, I still have to pick mine up. I'm not looking forward to that.
Oh.
The only reason I had got any kind of return was because of my Twitch streaming and having so much
Dude.
expense to it.
Dude, it must be nice to have a fucking return.
Yeah. Well, I was really worried because coffee was doing good for me.
Oh, that's good.
I was owing money before I had to put in my Twitch stuff, and thank God I don't make any money doing Twitch. So let's just put it that way.
I haven't not owed money since I was a teenager, and I'm not
Really?
even joking. Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of scary, actually. But I guess with all the income coming from all your media stuff that you're not paying
Yeah,
taxes
all the
on
extra stuff that I
regularly.
don't pay
Yeah.
taxes.
So
That's the problem.
even with your regular job, you still have to pay taxes at the end of the year.
Doesn't even come close to evening out.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's impressive in a bad way.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
No,
scary.
I understand all the people who complain about taxes.
I hate doing taxes, man. And
I
not
hate
nearly
it.
as much as
But
you
also,
do,
to be fair to the IRS, my friends at the IRS, I don't claim. I barely claim anything as an expense
yeah.
for
Right.
SG. Like I could, but I'm like, I don't want somebody to come back later and audit and be like, How did you use that copy of Resident Evil 4 Collector's Edition as a business expense? And it's like, well, I kind of did because I played it for the show, but
No, that's
I don't want-
100%. See, but that's 100%.
I get it, but I feel guilty, so I just don't. So I claim very little.
Well, it's gonna be
for the show.
It's gonna be interesting because that was my claims for streaming and also this and some other stuff.
Yeah,
that's the
like
only
I claim
reason
I do claim a lot of games, but like if they're ones I actually
only right. So I did the same thing.
Right.
It's only the stuff that like I like at least 80 to 90% minimum played for like Twitch streaming. If it was anything
or
I
at
just
least
played for my own personal
intended to
enjoyment.
play
Yeah,
for
yeah, or to make a video or whatever. So, but yeah. Speaking of games that we've been playing, Bucket Bites is doing a game of the month, and we're about a couple weeks into it. That game is Signalis. What is that? Entries. Why did Stream Elements say? And anyways, I'm gonna ignore that.
I don't know.
Ignore. Move on. Move it along. Post.
the
Move
show
it along.
going.
I'm moving it along. So we're doing it. We're doing a giveaway for this game that you can enter, which that link is in the chat. I just played it on our Twitch channel a couple days ago. Just I want to kind of play through the whole thing. I don't know if I'll be able to play the whole thing on Twitch for you guys, but it's like a book club, but with games. I know I've talked about it over the last couple of episodes. Now, Josh actually played it. You played it originally and put it down because you were busy, but you spent some time with it.
I barely got past the. In fact, I don't even think I got past the prologue the first time I played it.
Okay.
So it was like fucking like 5 minutes, 10 minutes that I played it the first time. But yeah, I was sitting down. Aziz and I yesterday were like, all right, let's play this Signalis. And I swear to God, like every 5 minutes there was something else that we were like, wow, this is really cool.
Yeah.
Wow, this is really cool. Like this is awesome. Like the art style's awesome, the environment's awesome, the story's awesome. Like I like what they're doing. There's a real surreal feel to it with the presentation. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not going to say anything. But it's we just loved it. And the only thing I'm slightly fearful of is, like I said it initially when we talked about this, but I feel like it's almost a 2D old school Resident Evil. And I still feel that way. And I don't like save rooms in games. And this has save rooms. And I have yet to die, knock on wood, knock on IKEA wood, whatever's that worth. But yeah, I'm a bit worried about that whole thing. But at least saving isn't limited like Resident Evil.
Right. Yeah. Right. How many hours would you say you put in? Like 1, 2?
1.5.
About an hour and a half. So one of the things that I'm doing with this, and Josh, I kind of sent you a message about it, but I'm kind of doing not really a retrospective on the whole thing, but just kind of a facts only kind of review on it. And I'm kind of, it's fun because I'm kind of slightly doing what you do for suggestive gaming, but just for explaining the beginning of the story without spoiling anything. So I don't know if that makes sense, but
so you're covering the story,
the basics of the story. So it's like literally all that the review is going to cover for the story wise is the prologue.
Oh.
Just so people can kind of understand what they're getting into before they go and play this game with us. By the time it's released, it'll be whatever. But I just in that little bit that I'm doing, I can understand why you still do what you do, even though it's a lot of fucking work and research. I've learned so much more about the game.
Isn't that awesome?
And like there's so much more media behind it too, that like it's not directly for the game, but it's references to things outside of the game that like I would have had no idea if I didn't look into.
Yeah.
So in particular with the Yellow King book or whatever the book is called. Shit, I forget what it's called There's a book
It is
in the
something
game.
king. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Yellow King or something like that, or the Yellow Crown, or I can't remember. Look at me, knowing what I'm talking about. But
Right. I did all this research and I don't remember any of it.
well, it's
Spot on.
well, you know how it is when you're just fucking.
I know
nose to the
exactly
grindstone.
how it
You
is,
just
brother.
you
I know
just-
exactly how it is.
And I'm
Like,
doing
dude,
it for a 10-minute video.
ask me anything about Dead Space. I made a fucking 3-hour video about the story of that game. I remember nothing. So, I mean,
But I don't know. It's such a really cool, fun thing. And Dom, I know you played it a little bit. And you're not looking forward to really playing it along this time, but I urge you to give it a chance, especially because when you were talking to me, you didn't even get past the freaking prologue, really.
I think
Just barely. You barely got into the point where there's combat, right?
I've done plenty of combat so far.
Okay. Well, maybe I misunderstood.
you're probably at where I'm at then.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see, Josh, if you have your patented Picard flip flop at any point, because you're at the point in the game where there's gonna be, it's like the puzzles start ramping up, and you're gonna have, there's a lot more backtracking to find the items that you need. And I'm not sure how you're gonna respond to that, so I'd be curious to see.
The backtracking I'm not entirely opposed to. Especially, like, you got to remember I play so many games for SG, like that.
Okay.
That kind of thing. Like, this game harkens back to old school design, like ideals. So that's why it reminds me so much of like Resident Evil, and I wouldn't necessarily say Silent Hill. There's not a lot of backtracking in Silent Hill.
I think it's
but,
just I think it's just
that
the
feel.
tonality
Talking
of
about
it, yeah.
atmosphere.
Atmosphere.
Yeah.
Oh, the
But,
sound
like,
design
specific.
too.
Yeah, that's good. But specifically that backtracking and having to go back to the map and see, it's not necessarily like a Metroidvania, but you get that because you kind of get keys to unlock different areas and go. You have to really remember the layout of the area that you're in. It's very interesting in that fact. I could see it getting old if I'm doing that for 12 hours, or however long it is. But at this point, I'm enjoying it. I'm really loving the stuff that they throw in.
Yes.
Like, I don't. It's almost like a sci-fi Lynchian type thing, David Lynch. Like, it's so abstract, and I can't tell what's going on really. And I love that. I love it
too. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
I'm over
I
here
am-
fanboying over this shit.
Yeah.
I am complete opposite of that right now. I
See,
think.
and that's why I'd love to hear what you think, Dom, because I think we're at about the same part. So here's me gushing about why I'm kind of enjoying it. I'd love to hear why you're not.
So, oh god, there's already like a lot of red flags to me when I first started playing. So like the good things, I'll go with the good things first because I like the art style. Art style is very nice. The sound design is nice. The atmosphere, you can feel it, but not to the point where I like it in a way.
You're
So-
not immersed.
Yeah,
I'm not
it
immersed.
it doesn't hit you. Like, it doesn't,
Well, it's not a
So-
big AAA game that can really pull you in with its.
Well, I mean, no,
Yeah,
but indie games can
but
pull you
indie-
in.
Yeah, indie games can
Yeah.
do that.
But it's just not Dom's cup of tea. Let's say.
Right.
So I'm gonna sound young again. You old
for it.
people and your old
Our
style
boomer
games.
opinions, yeah.
Yeah. I don't really like the Resident Evil type of inventory or style or
Okay.
save room stuff.
To be
I
fair,
actually
to be fair, I'm gonna go out there. Neither do I. I hated playing through the old school Resident Evils. I hated having limited inventory. I hated having to run back to a room to save. Like, I don't like that shit. But I've done it. So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
and another thing that's really like bothering me is I hate backtracking because I end up getting lost and then I start forgetting things. It's like, fuck, where do I go next? Then I go into this room I went into like an hour ago. It's like, there's nothing here. Time to go somewhere else now. And then
So
I get lost sometimes. It's
I'm-
embarrassing.
can I give you a slight hint?
Go ahead.
The map does a really good job of giving you context clues on where you can still go and what if there's any really important items in those rooms.
I would agree
with
with that. Yeah. The map is integral to playing the
Yes.
game.
So it's something you have to reference to. For example, if there's a door that's locked that you still need to go to from some key, it will show up as a yellow door rather than a red door. And that would I'm just kind of just like I don't want you to quit.
I
on
do
it.
real quick want to say that there are way too many fucking doors that are
Locked.
useless.
Yeah,
Sure,
there's a lot
sure.
of them.
They should just not be there.
Sure.
True.
Rather to
Like,
confuse you.
It's
yeah.
just confusing. Yeah. Maybe that was a choice, but
Yeah,
I
maybe.
also don't like the enemies at all. I don't. Maybe
Oh, he
there's
doesn't
better
like the
ones.
sound.
I don't love the enemies thus far.
Yeah,
They're
maybe there's-
annoyances versus
Yeah, it's not like
um
ooh scary. No, it's just walking at you slowly while making loud.
I was gonna say it's
ching.
not even that it's not scary, but it's not even challenging per se. They're just annoying.
Yeah.
Like they're roadblocks. They're not
Sure.
challenges. But that's not a complaint. It's more so just like a eh.
It's no different to me than something like Silent Hill.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
that's true.
literally no different because you can in this game you can
or
run past
Resident
everything.
Evil going back
or
to that.
yeah,
Going
exactly.
back to that.
I compare a lot of it to Silent Hill because I didn't really play Resident Evil growing up, but Silent Hill I did. So that's kind of why I draw a lot of those comparisons.
Understandable.
And
So-
looking at the design, it's of course like an anime type of style, right? But
Well,
it makes
To a degree.
Yeah, to a degree.
like to a degree. Like, what style would you consider it to be then? Like
I would just consider it to be pixel art.
Yeah,
pixel.
classic
not-
pixel
Oh,
art.
okay.
yeah.
You know what? That's okay. That's better. Yeah, like I like that pixel art style, of course, right? But it's confusing to me because it looks Japanese-esque. Does that make sense?
Well,
Well, there is
sure.
a lot of Japanese imagery. Yeah.
But it's supposed to be in like Germany, isn't it?
It's
There's it's in like everything's in German, so I assume.
Yeah,
it's
but
a
like I
German
don't.
studio.
But I also seen like some Japanese symbols in like some
Yeah.
design stuff. So
Yeah,
it's
there is
confusing
kanji.
to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just like throwing me off. I'm like, where are we?
But that's the book. Like that's the
Oh,
book.
okay.
The book
Alright.
is some kind of Japanese. Post has a face like he knows something that we don't know. So maybe
Just-
maybe we just don't
keep
know.
playing
where
just
where
keep
it's
playing the
going.
game. There's a
Yeah.
lot I don't know. I never finished the game the first time through, so
Sure.
I'm really looking forward to finishing it.
But yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to complete it before the month's over. As you know, Post, the flip flop may happen, and I might throw a controller at the wall and say,
That's
"Fuck
okay.
this, I'm done."
That's okay.
But yeah, and I like it. I was talking to Aziza. And I don't want to spoil too much again, but there's like there are these like other moments that are almost missed, like the game missed.
Yeah.
And you guys are gonna learn throughout the series of this podcast that my favorite video game series almost of all time is Myst. And so like when I was playing through that section, I was like, this is the coolest shit ever because it's like pixel art, 2D Myst, and it was really fucking cool. And then you go back into the main game, like it's like I commend these developers for the imaginative.
2 people made this
2
game.
people. That is
2
insane.
people. I mean, outside
That
of
is
the
insane.
sound design stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, design wise, yeah.
Yep.
That is insane, and kudos to them because just the imagination that went into this game, and I'm only an hour and a half in,
Mhm.
like it is surreal that these guys put that together. So
I emailed them and I'm like, hey, so we're doing your game as a feature on our show. I'm like, if you guys want to come on or something, just let me know. But I have a feeling because my email was in English, maybe they don't.
hey, I know a little bit of German. I took 2 years in high school.
The only thing I remember from German is Darf ich zur Toilette gehen, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the only thing I remember.
Man, takes me
my
right
daughter's
back.
my daughter's in German right now, by the way.
Well, there you go. Use Chat GPT, dude. Just tell Chat GPT. Write me an email to the guys who made Signalis in German.
Both are
Figure it
female.
out. That's
Well-
cool too.
One is a they them, and the other one's a she her.
Sure.
So,
But still, that's great representation. I love
Yes.
that shit because
And-
that is not a highly represented demographic in
No.
game design. So I
Well-
love to see it.
it was inadvertent at first, but isn't March like or was it a date? And I'm super ignorant when it comes to a lot of this stuff. But was it like National Women's Day or National Women's Month or what? What
So
was
it's
that?
Women's Month. It's
Yeah.
March is Women's Month, but also I believe the 8th is International Women's Day.
It
Okay.
is, yes, it is.
So forgive my ignorance there. My brain doesn't have the capacity for everything, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
Shame on you.
Shame on you, indeed.
It is shame on me. So yeah, we're going to be doing a giveaway of that game at the end of the month, just so you guys know. So you can enter that through the Gleam.io. You can also find that on Linktree, linktr.ee/bucketbytes, where you can also find all of our other media as well.
And also, even if you're just interested in the game and you want to try it, I highly recommend supporting these developers.
100%. I will be
Throwing
buying
them your
this game.
bucks and just giving it a go.
It's on Game Pass, just so if you have Xbox Game Pass.
Fair enough.
You can get it there, but it is a game that I do plan on buying also.
Dom, are you playing it on Game Pass?
Yeah, getting enough Game Pass.
So as the single person who actually gave the developers money and bought the game, I recommend you do the same.
I planned on buying the soundtrack too.
It's good.
So
It's very good. But I like I said, I'm very it's hard for me to get invested in like a game of this type for its story.
mhm.
And I'm already like, I want to see what the fuck is going on.
Oh
Like,
man,
I am
Do you
I
know
am
how-
in. And so is Aziza. She's
That's
just
awesome.
watching me play. And we are invested.
Do you know how happy it'll make me if like I found a game that Josh likes? Like I don't know why, but it's like a really cool thing to me. Josh, I know how you are, especially with gaming.
Yeah.
And you're very
I'm very particular,
opinionated
yeah.
and particular. And
Yeah.
like if I found a game that it'll happen, there's some boss fights in the game. I don't think that's really a spoiler. So I'm sure the flip flop might happen a little bit at times, but I'm really looking forward to your thoughts as we go on. So
Yeah, and the puzzles honestly are my favorite part of the game.
Good.
So
Good,
like you saying
because
that like the puzzles ramp up, like I'm excited for that because I'm an old school point and click adventure guy. Like that's my shit. So like hearing like, oh yeah, the puzzles get hard, I'm like, fuck yeah! Like I love puzzles in these kinds of games.
excellent,
So.
dude, excellent. Just one last point on the game of the month. If you would like to see a game as our game of the month, we're kind of picking them internally, but if you want to have a game like where we all play it together, if you have recommendations, just let us know. You can enter it in our Discord. Otherwise, on our link tree, there's actually a suggestion box that you could let us know about. The game does not have to be new. It can be old. It can be retro. So like I said, this game came out last year, so it's not new, right?
Yeah. Or even just tweet at Bucket Bites on Twitter.
Yeah, tweet at Bucket Bites.
Yeah.
Whatever you got to do, just let us know.
Yeah.
Comment
I
on the
think
YouTube video.
our game of the month is open to any era.
Any era,
anything,
new,
anything.
old. I will say this: I'm not sure if I want to do a game of the month that's like Skyrim, where it's hundreds of hours.
Oh
of
yeah,
gameplay.
don't give us a game that's 76 hours.
No. Yeah.
Don't give us don't give us Final Fantasy 11 where you're like, yeah, it takes like 20 hours to get to the beginning of the game. Like, no
Right.
thanks.
Great idea.
or Elden Ring or something where it's gonna take. We talked enough about Elden Ring last year on this show.
I didn't.
So.
I never played it.
I mean, Elden Ring wouldn't be a bad choice.
Elden Ring wouldn't be a bad choice. No.
Maybe in like 5 years from now when we're still doing
Maybe
this.
when's the
probably.
DLC come out? Maybe
Soon.
when the DLC
Finish.
comes out.
There's no official date yet.
Yeah.
Hey, are we gonna get
can talk
a
about it.
suggestive gaming Elden Ring story summary for the
Fuck
DLC?
no! I'm never. I'm
That
I'm
lore
not
is
gonna.
so complicated.
That's
That lore is so
I could.
complicated.
People ask for Dark Souls and Bloodborne and stuff all
Yeah.
the time. It's like I couldn't do it in my format. I could not do it. Like, they don't present the story in a way that I can display.
Sure.
So,
No, that's a really good point.
Honestly, I'm feeling that way with Signalis in a way. Like, I don't really see the story that's happening, or unless I'm not paying attention.
But I think it's a little bit of both. Like there's a lot that's ambiguous, but it's very subtle. Very
Yes.
subtle. And I love
Yes.
that.
Yes.
I fucking love that I'm having to piece together what the fuck is going on, but I'm not confused. I'm just intrigued.
Nothing's hooked me yet. That's my problem right now. Nothing's.
See,
Well, it's the
again,
gameplay. I understand it. I understand it.
I get it too,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's just it's a personal thing where I think eventually, like, because you and I might be at a similar point. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm hooked
You guys are
in
pretty
that
close.
I want to know what's going on, because like the prologue, and again, not to spoil too much, but the prologue's what, like the first half hour maybe.
Yep.
Like the prologue is obviously later, and then we jump back, or at least it appears that way. So like I want to know what the marriage is between those two timelines, like why, like
Mhm.
you
I
have
know.
you have an item, you have an item in your inventory in the prologue, and then you have an item in your inventory in the when you go into the first chapter, and they're similar but they're different. You're like, why? And I want to know. I want to know what this is. I want to know what's going on.
I've never been in like a book club or anything like that. Is this how like book clubs go? Like when you're talking about stories? Is this like
Absolutely.
Oh God, I absolutely love this. I feel like a fucking kid again. This honestly is making me so excited to play games again. Like I fucking love this.
I love
this is great,
this, dude.
So God, got my juices flowing, bro.
Dude, I like I am excited. I like the next 2 days, like Aziz and I are both busy, so I won't be able to play it.
Sure.
But like I'm so excited. Like Monday, I'm like, I want to fucking play Signalis again and move
really hoping it grabs me. I'm really hoping. I will push through a little longer, but I really hope it grabs me soon.
Like I understand, like the gameplay is a little, especially if you're not into that like old school. Yes, it is old school survival horror, and if you're not into that, I understand it. But like, I don't know, the story to me is enough to get me there.
You'll get there, Dom. You'll get there. You're gonna play.
I really hope so, man.
Or you're fired. I'm just kidding.
You're it's just me in post.
And then there was 2. It's funny. Every week the host list is shrinking.
We got smaller.
But Mod Tones will be back on Monday. Just a quick shout out. We're going to be recording again on Monday. We have a chef, a Chicagoland chef. His name's Tom Ribello. We'll share all of his details later once I know.
Is that the guy from Rage Against the Machine?
No, that's Tom Morello. But you know,
my bad.
Close enough. I hope you're proud of me for actually knowing.
I am so proud of you, and I'm sorry, Tom. I had to make that.
But he's a gamer. And we got some other stuff that we got to talk about too. But I'm looking forward to that on Monday because we will not be recording live next Friday. Just to let that be known as well. So, actually it worked out perfect because I got to go up to the Dells for my daughter's basketball tournament. So,
oh, rich guy over here.
It's
going up
not
to
like
the Wisconsin Dells.
It's not like I totally planned him to come on this Monday because of my tournament this Friday. Anyways. Hey, we've been going for a little over an hour now. How about we go into our first game bite? I think this is a good time, huh?
Ooh.
Oh, 1v1 game bites?
1v1 in game bites. In our game bites today, we're prepared for 3 people, not 2. But that's okay. I'm going to make this work anyways.
Sure.
So as you guys...
believe in you, Post.
As we all know, today is March 10th, a.k.a. Mario Day. This game that we're going to be playing... Woohoo! Yeah. Oh, that was actually really bad. I'm not doing that again. Yours was much better. We're going to be playing a game called Match 5. It's a brand new game to Bucket Bites. So basically how this game works is the players, you two, are going to have an opportunity to earn a maximum of 5 points. Okay. So each player, you're going to have 5 prompts. So I actually have 3 topics with 5 prompts and 3 topics with 3 prompts. If a player guesses incorrectly after any prompt, you're going to automatically lose 1 point. And if you guess correctly what the topic is, you're going to receive that amount of points that correlates to the level of the difficulty. So, for example, if you got 5 questions, the first question, if you have 5 questions, the first question is going to be worth 5 points if you can figure out what it is. And then obviously question 2 is going to have 4 points and so on.
Oh, is it kind of like that the review game? Like when you read the reviews and you guess what it is?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Similar.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Who
if
would
you
like
guess wrong,
you
minus
lose a
one
point. You're -1, and it is possible to get negative points in this game. So it can detract.
How many rounds do we have?
So I've got I was planning for 3 people to be playing. So I think what we're going to do is each of you is going to do 2 of the 5 question ones and 2 of the 3 question ones.
Okay.
And then whoever is winning or whoever is losing is going to get the 5 question one, and whoever
like a wild card type
yeah,
thing.
correct. And if the other person can get the correct answer, if the other person fails, you have a chance to steal for 1 point.
So what's the do we know the topic?
Yes.
Okay.
So all of these are Mario characters.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, my girlfriend's gonna kill me.
I don't. Maybe.
So can you pass so that you don't lose the point?
You can, so I'm gonna give you the prompt. If you don't want to guess, you could say pass, and I will go to the next prompt.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
I will be honest. I have a feeling that these are going to be kind of hard.
All right. We're gonna flip a coin here.
All right. Josh is gonna flip a coin to see who goes first.
All right, Dom. What do you want? Heads or tails?
Heads.
It is tails.
All right, Josh, your choice. First or second?
I didn't want to go first.
Oh, well, you can choose.
I will go second
choose.
then. I will go second then.
Damn.
All right. Dominic, are you ready?
Sure. As ready as I can be.
All right. Are you familiar with Mario and Mario characters?
I am.
You are? Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic. All right, for this first character. This crown-wearing nemesis was first seen disguised as another well-known spiky-shelled antagonist.
Crown. Who the fuck?
Okay, if you don't know.
Oh, wait.
If you don't remember, if you guess and you're wrong,
Okay.
you're going to lose a point. I just want to make that very clear. I can
All right.
repeat the question or repeat the prompt once.
Can you repeat it?
This crown-wearing nemesis was first seen disguised as another well-known spiky-shelled antagonist.
Oh, no.
If you don't know, it's fine.
Pass. Can we
'Kay.
pass?
Who are you going to call when this character conjures items out of thin air while controlling fire, ice, and lightning attacks towards you? I honestly have when I wrote these, I was expecting most people to get 3-0 or 3-1.
Oh, I'm gonna have the pass again.
Okay, that's fine. I wouldn't know either at this point. You might be wondering what's causing things to go bump in the night in this ghostly mansion.
I could have King Boo.
That's right.
I should have said it first. I had a feeling it was him.
Good shit. All right, Dominic with the 3 points. Congratulations, sir.
3 off the bat. That's a good
thank
start. That's a good start.
That is good.
Mm,
That
yeah.
is good. I would suck just for the record. I would suck ass at this game.
I should've
All right.
known that.
Josh, here is your 5-point question.
Yes.
This character made their first official appearance in Super Mario Land 2 in 1999.
Wario.
Holy shit.
Oh no.
No. Yeah, that's right, dude. Oh man.
Wario.
So I'm gonna go down a couple of these. Just so you can hear some of the other ones, just because I spent a lot of time. I wrote these prompts myself.
Fuck you, John. I wrote these.
I was so proud of these. I did so much research to get this. Okay, so this character made a special appearance in South Park as one of the characters in the Imagine Land.
What? I didn't know that. I actually didn't know that. I'm a huge South Park fan.
It was in Imagine Land number 3.
Yeah.
Was the episode that Wario
Imagination Land, yeah.
I'm sorry, Imagination. Yes, I'm sorry. My old man eyes. All right. When this anti-hero is needing a little pick-me-up, he'll start chomping on garlic.
Garlic.
Oh, that's get straight away.
Yeah.
I also wouldn't have known this. I'm not a Mario guy. So I learned a lot during this. All this research lately. is getting me-
Wario is my fiance's favorite video game character.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Wow.
Okay. And this character's name is a portmanteau of Bad and Mario, effectively meaning Bad Mario. And lastly, if you couldn't get it, was his large head, huge muscular arms, wide body, short legs, and zigzagging mustache complete this Bad Mario's look.
Yeah.
So
if you don't get garlic, I mean, get out.
I wouldn't have
Square.
got it. I'm a square. I'm sorry. But for Dom, for the King Boo, the other two were your best plan of attack would be to vacuum this character up with the Poltergust 3000.
Yeah.
And the last one was this king has a large ruby in their crown.
I should have guessed earlier, dude. Damn.
But that's the risk.
Yeah, no,
Right?
The risk, yeah.
That's horrible.
All right.
Like I didn't know that it was Wario, but I'm like,
Oh, you're rolling the dice?
Yeah, I was like, I'm confident enough.
Well, there's only so many characters, right? There's actually a lot,
Yeah.
and some of these may not just be in main
Someone
Mario.
vague? Ew.
It would be involved in Mario in some fashion. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just letting that be known.
Super Mario Land 2 is my favorite Mario game, so I kind of.
Oh, I picked the right one. Okay, there you go. All right. This is for 3 points only.
Okay.
In Japan, this character is known as Kinopio.
Canopio.
Kinopio.
Canopio. That sounds familiar. That's kind of annoying.
Because you're thinking of Pinocchio.
Right.
No, I've heard. But I don't. No, I don't. Pass.
Okay. This character has a very big cap that's not actually a hat.
Very big cap. That's not actually a hat. Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna have to pass again.
It might be considered cruel and unusual to cut this cute little guy up and toss him in a stir fry.
All right, now I'm lost. I don't even. Hold on. Wait, cut him in a little cute. Repeat it, please.
Don't
It
look
might-
at the chat. Don't look at the chat.
It might be considered cruel to cut this cute little guy up and toss him in a stir fry.
Toss him in. Wait. Everything's making sense. Wait.
No, it's not. He read the chat.
No, I
He
don't
read
have
the chat.
chat. Oh.
He read the chat. I gotta minimize chat. I can't. I can't see it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to get rid of that. Shit. Well, all right. Well, I can't.
Well,
get
you
it
know who it
now.
is. No, you
Just
can't.
say what
Toad,
chat
it's
said.
Toad.
It's
Toad.
only 1 point.
Get the
It's
gimme.
Toad. 1 point.
Get the gimme.
That's great. Who is it?
He said Toad.
Okay.
Toad.
Good job for your 1 point.
The cap was good. Like that was a good.
That was really
fucking-
good.
Dude.
That was really good.
I was so proud of these. You have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah, that
That was
cap,
really good.
dude, brilliant.
All right.
Brilliant.
I'm like, what fucking Mario character does have a cap that's not actually a hat?
Because so many of them have caps.
Yeah, I know. That's
Brilliant.
So weird.
All
Good
right,
job.
Josh. All right, Josh.
Yes.
This character makes a cameo
Wait.
appearance.
5 for 3.
This is a 3-pointer. So these two are 3-pointers. So whoever's winning after this guess will get the next 5-point option.
Got it.
And then okay.
Okay.
This character makes a cameo appearance in the animated movie Wreck-It Ralph as a member of the Bad Guys Anonymous Club.
Bowser.
No.
Dude, that's Josh. Your knowledge is fucking impressive.
Fuck.
Wow. The other two were in the upcoming Mario movie. This character is voiced by Jack Black, and this
Easy.
character is otherwise this character is otherwise known as King Koopa.
Easy.
Dang.
So, oh man. All right. So right now it's Josh with 8 and Dom with 4. So Dom, you have the opportunity here to get 5 points and tie it up.
All right. Okay.
Almost tie it up. No,
yeah.
tie it up. Yes,
Yep.
Yeah.
but you can also just add points because remember, there's more. Anyways. All right.
Mhm.
For 5 points,
Yes.
this character was not able to be implemented in the Super Mario Brothers game due to the technical limitations of the Nintendo Entertainment System, even though the character made an appearance in the 1993 live-action film Super Mario Brothers.
Character was not able to be implemented.
Yes, this character was not able to be implemented into the Super Mario Brothers game due to the limitations of the NES, even though it was in the 1993 live-action movie.
I'm gonna go for it.
Go for it.
Luigi.
That is not correct.
Fuck.
So this next,
he was second player. He was second player. So yeah.
Oh,
He was in it. He was in it.
I thought this was like another one where he wasn't in the game.
No, he was in it.
Oh no.
all right. So this next one, instead of being worth 4, is worth 3.
Mm-hmm.
This character makes a cameo appearance alongside Mario in Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater and Metal Gear Solid The Twin Snakes.
What?
Snake Eater 3D. Snake Eater 3D.
It was in the
3DS
remake
version.
One was the
3DS
one was the
version.
the 3DS version. One was there was a remake.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Twin Snakes was the remake. It was Snake Eater 3D.
Thank you for correcting me.
As a Metal Gear aficionado, I'm like, wait. No.
You're
Be
wrong.
specific here.
If you don't know, you can pass.
Can you repeat it one more time though?
Yes, this character makes a cameo appearance alongside Mario in Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater 3D and Metal Gear Solid The Twin Snakes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass.
Okay. This 3-point question is worth 2 points. This character is widely regarded as one of the best sidekicks in gaming history.
Oh, best
This-
sidekicks
this-
in gaming.
This one I purposely made very hard.
I should. It's fucking Yoshi.
It is Yoshi.
It's Yoshi. No, that's my favorite character.
And you are slightly incorrect on that first clue.
Oh.
Yoshi was not intended to be in the original Super Mario Brothers.
According to Wikipedia with sources,
I think that might be incorrect.
Uh-oh.
I think
Dilemma.
that might be incorrect. From what I've heard from various Shigeru Miyamoto interviews, is Yoshi was created for Super Mario World.
Oh.
Like he had always wanted to add a dinosaur character, but it wasn't Yoshi.
that's true.
Yes.
But it's also true that they couldn't put the intended character
But
that was
wasn't Yoshi.
eventually going to be Yoshi.
I'm just saying.
It's a technicality. It's a technicality, but I'm sticking with it.
Mm.
But also Yoshi was in a Mario game by the time the live action film had come out.
It's true, which is
So,
why I
yeah.
reiterated that it wasn't.
I don't know. That was a little bit.
Was I bamboozled?
Misleading.
You're not
You were
bamboozled.
definitely bamboozled.
Oh no.
Chet can argue about it. Let us know in the comments.
You were bamboozled. It wasn't Yoshi was built off of an idea that couldn't be implemented, but it wasn't Yoshi yet.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know how I feel about this one.
I don't know. I think
I'm not giving it up.
He's taking liberties. This guy.
The other two were in Super Mario World 2, you go to this character's island to reunite baby Mario with his brother Luigi. And last one was this green dinosaur will get surprised when Mario punches him, causing him to stick out his tongue. So, and that's actually why Yoshi sticks out his tongue, because he gets. I read
punches him.
Yeah, he fucking punches him. I never knew that. I never knew that until I read it. So
Poor
it's
Yoshi.
amazing.
This show so far, since we've rebooted, has like really just, I don't know. I've loved it. So
I rejuvenated it.
it's been great. All right, last one.
Dun,
This-
dun, dun, dun.
This character made his first appearance in the 2000 Nintendo 64 game Mario Tennis?
Waluigi.
No, no, that's so easy.
That is really
Yeah.
easy.
It's also a 3-point question only.
Yeah, but still, I got them all first.
I know you did. And then the other two were in his debut in Mario Tennis. He was introduced as Wario's doubles partner. And the last one was tall, lanky, and a zigzag mustache. Wah!
Yeah, aka the most overrated Mario character of all time.
Yes.
Oh, chat's gonna blow up now.
Dude, chat can blow up. I don't know why people like Waluigi. He sucks.
He's got a cult following. It's what
I
it
don't
is,
know
a cult
why.
following.
And I think it's a cult following for the sake of a cult following. I don't think anybody likes Waluigi. I think they pretend to like Waluigi because the internet likes Waluigi. And that's my soapbox, and I'm gonna scream from it.
Okay.
Waluigi sucks. Nobody should like Waluigi. People only do because Dan Reichert from Giant Bomb likes Waluigi.
Oh, that's great. Melee Monkey in chat. I am part of the cult.
Yeah, you're just an internet follower.
Oh man, did you guys like that
characters that are interesting? I loved that game because I did really well. Can I grab the title again?
game? Yes.
Wow.
Go. No, the show's not over. We have more games to play, but not right now.
I
But
got
not
wiped,
right now.
man. You gave him the nice ones.
No, he's
This
just.
was a rigged competition.
Oh man, I just want to, dude. I had so much fun putting that together, and just like I've been on this weird research kick lately, and like I'm like, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spend 2 hours researching these 3 topics because I'm gonna have 3 people playing this game. And then someone was sick.
Well, we still got through all of them, yeah.
And it worked out actually in probably a more exciting fashion, arguably.
I agree.
That's pretty good,
Excuse me. So,
Spoon.
oh man, I want to talk to you guys about this because it happened to me when I was playing Hogwarts Legacy, and it's also something that's happening to me as I'm watching the Last of Us series. Josh, I'm assuming you still have not watched it.
What's The Last of Us?
The Last of Us. Come on, man.
I'm joking.
The show. Okay, and I know Dom has not either.
Nope.
My problem with both of these is that the novelty of it is wearing off. Let me explain.
Go on, yeah.
Please.
My first 3 or 4 hours of Hogwarts Legacy was fantastic. I really, as someone who loves Harry Potter and the Wizarding World, I was overwhelmed and just absolutely loved all of the small details and everything about the game. And the more and more I played it, I just beat it actually about a week ago. And at the end of it, I just wanted the game to be over. And a lot of that is because more and more, the more I played it, the more I realized that, hot take, this is a very mid game.
Not a hot take.
It's a very good action adventure. Calling it a role-playing game is very much a stretch. And the ending I really did not like.
I agree.
And also, the ending was super weak and it felt rushed.
It was insanely rushed and
Hella
also
rushed.
very lackluster. Yeah.
And The Witcher in chat says it's not an RPG; it has RPG elements, and that's
I would
true.
agree with that.
That's true, and that's fair. And I don't know. I think that's fine. I like action adventure games with RPG elements. Yeah. I just wish that there was the biggest problem with this game was the lack of morality and the lack of decisions meaning anything towards the end of the game.
Absolutely. So I feel like there was this. I thought throughout the entire game there was like a hidden Paragon Renegade system because it was like, here are these unforgivable spells. They're unforgivable. Hey, They're but there's absolutely no penalty to using them. So
Well, no,
it's like,
there's a penalty. It's just the person that you're with is, hey, don't do that. Why'd you do that? That's it.
well, but that's only in cutscenes.
I no,
Yeah,
it's
who cares
during the
about that?
during the game when you're like using them, you'll hear like Poppy Sweeting, for example, be
yeah,
like,
off
oh
on
my
the
god,
side.
why are you why are you doing
but
that?
yeah, that's it. So yeah,
The other amongst other things, obviously we talked about like the voice lines being super repetitive and just completely unnecessary.
oh,
Like,
dude, travel was so inconvenient before I invented
Flu
whatever the
flames?
fuck.
Flu flame or
Yeah,
flu powder?
dude.
Yeah.
I tried to get it out of my brain.
All roads lead to, it seems like all roads leads to
Hogsmeade,
Hogsmeade.
God.
Just, like, and you'll hear people joking about it. So, but at the end of the day, that game was good. And especially coming from a studio where there wasn't that level of experience yet, I thought they did a pretty good job, and I'm excited to see how they can expand upon it. So this is what I guess I'm getting away from my point of all this. The same thing is, I'll go back to that Hogwarts in a second. It's also happening with the Last of Us show, where the first 3, 4, 5 episodes I thought were just fantastic. And while these last couple of episodes have still had some really good scenes and really good acting, it's all just super fucking rushed. And the novelty of it being something I enjoy and like is wearing off because, for example, in that show, there's no sense of urgency or no sense of danger, where the game is full of just danger. And I'm not saying that you disagree with me.
Hard disagree that the game is full of danger. But
There's a
go
lot
on.
more. I guess I should reiterate that it's more in the show. I'm not asking for scenes of action and not zombie killing, but infected killing and all this. I'm not necessarily looking for that, but there needs to be more of it. And the how short the episodes are and how fast they progress the story is really kind of pulling me out of what made me like the games, I guess. So I went from really enjoying this and liking to call out and point out all the similarities to, well, now I feel like that's all they're trying to do is have these parallels and similarities and shot for shot, cutscenes from the game.
So as somebody who has never seen the show, but I have a fairly intimate relationship with the story of the game, I don't know what you're expecting because the game was never about the infected. Never. So I'm not sure what you're looking for. Because part 1 and part 2 of The Last of Us are not about the infected at all.
But they play a role within the story.
Barely.
Okay. I have not seen an infected, I feel like, in 2, 3 episodes.
Which, in my opinion, could be fine. Again, I haven't watched it, but
it's a pacing thing. I think people like myself, maybe I'm just being harsh on it. I just wish that there was a little bit more of mixing in just ever so slightly some of the action that you get from the gameplay. I'm not asking for a lot of it because that would just take up too much time and too much away from the story.
So okay, I get it. So you want it to be more like the game where enemies spawn from shitty locations and you have horrible combat and the crafting is really bad and all of the good things about the game, like the characters and the storyline, are undermined by the absolute horrible Naughty Dog combat that they still haven't gotten right after 20 fucking years of being in company. So I get it. Okay, I understand.
Every episode seemingly has gotten shorter and shorter. And the last episode of the season is the shortest of them all.
Okay. Let me ask, how many episodes are there? 9, yeah?
Yeah, 9 total. Yes.
So what are we on? Like, what was the latest?
8.
Ooh, okay.
I think we're going into the last season. We're going into the last. We're going into the last episode.
Okay. And the penultimate episode was the shortest?
No, the last episode is the shortest.
Ooh, the one that's not even out yet?
Yes, the one that comes out this weekend.
That's interesting.
This is kind of like I can't really jump in for any of these because I'm not into Hogwarts and I'm not into Last of Us either. But I could compare it to like something else.
Please feel free. I'm just using them as examples of how the novelty of something that everyone knows and loves seems to wear off on a it just wears off.
Perfect.
Yeah, they don't capitalize necessarily on
I have
hype.
something perfect for this. The Book of Boba Fett.
No, because that wasn't good from the beginning.
I
come on, fight about it. Fight about it.
Are you joking, Dom?
I love Boba. I love that.
Listen, I love Boba Fett. Boba Fett is one of my favorite Star Wars characters of all time. But Book of Boba Fett was, and I'm not even gonna say it was bad, because I enjoyed Book of Boba Fett like way more than a lot of other people did. But it was not. It was mid from start to finish.
Yeah, I was gonna get into that. Like I think some of it was worse than the others. Like I think the first 2 episodes were very solid because it shows how he disagrees.
The first 2 episodes were the worst.
Really? I think the worst is when they showed those.
I don't want to see 50-year-old Boba Fett crawling out of the Sarlacc pit.
That was dope to me. That was dope to me. I was like, he lived. That's great. It's like
he lived, but he aged 40 years in a day.
Hey, acid, man. Acid did that to his skin.
He looks like my grandfather, and he's supposed to be like younger than me.
Don't make fun of Tamora Johnson. Don't make fun of him.
But Dom, don't back down from your argument, though. I want to hear it because you're passionate.
I'm sorry.
I think that scene showing him getting out of the Sarlacc pit was amazing, but the Ewoks taking his armor is kind of like shitty, and him like
those weren't Ewoks, those were Jawas.
Why did I say oh my god. Oh, I'm so bad. Oh no. Oh no.
Picture like Wicket just running over and taking his armor.
The little teddy bear fuckers just robbing Boba
Blind.
I'm 100% gonna edit some fucking Ewoks running up and I'm 100% doing it for the video episode.
I think the Jawas taking his armor and then the Tusken Raiders kidnapping him for X amount of time was kind of dragged out. But
it was very dragged out. I understood it, but it was a bit.
Yes.
That was the first 2 episodes, right?
Yeah.
Those
first 2 is basically. I think the third dived in a little more about his backstory with the Tuskens.
I couldn't make it past episode 2.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It wasn't like, don't get me wrong. Like, again, I didn't dislike Book of Boba Fett as much as other people did. Like, I didn't mind it. Like, I wasn't like, don't get me wrong. It's the worst season of The Mandalorian is essentially what it is.
And Mando took over for episode 4, I think, and then it was so good.
Because there's one episode that's just a Mandalorian episode.
And Grogu, and it's like, it completely stole the show from Boba. That was so disappointing because you have this great character who, in the comics, is known as a very deadly and I'm trying to think of the right word. Just very precise bounty hunter. He had a very large reputation.
Yeah. Even in the Clone Wars too.
Yeah, and he was a feared ruler, but then suddenly he's like, you know what? I'm a good guy now. I was hoping we get like kind of a grimier Boba Fett, and I'm hoping for the if they have a next season. I have no clue.
We're
but
not.
If they have it,
we're not.
No, that makes me sad.
And that's the Disney problem. If Boba shows up in Mandalorian season 3, he's just going to be teddy bear.
He's going to be side character.
Yep, because they've talked about him already. How he took over for the Hutts. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping he gets. If there is a second season, I hope something drastic happens to him and he turns into what we love about Boba.
There's not going to be a second season.
Probably,
I'm sorry. That first season was so poorly received. He's just going to be a part of Mandalorian. Like, I don't think we'll see a second season.
But I thought it was a decent watch. I liked it for myself. But some seasons,
I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't mind it, but it wasn't nearly as good as the worst Mandalorian episode.
No, not even close.
Right.
But I think the finale was like it felt rushed in a way. Did you feel that way too? Like it didn't
I
feel
agree.
everything just kind of happened.
Even I feel that way about the Mandalorian as well. Those Disney series. Hold on, I like
Yeah,
the
go on.
Mandalorian. I like the Mandalorian, actually, quite a bit. I haven't watched season 3 yet. But all of those Disney episodes, they feel very sitcom-esque to me because of the amount of story that they try to tell in such a short amount of time. And I just feel like so much happens so fast that
I'm gonna hard disagree with
Yeah,
that.
Do you?
I don't agree with that. I think
Yeah,
Mandalorian did a great job of
with
pacing.
Mandalorian in specific. I haven't watched Andor yet, which I've heard is like the best television ever made.
Is that with Ahsoka? Or no?
No,
No.
It's a whole
Andor is
different.
with Cassian Andor from Rogue One.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But Mandalorian, I feel like season 2 had some dips a bit, but on the whole, still amazing. Season 1 is some of the best television I've ever seen in my entire life, and season 3 thus far, I mean, we're 2 episodes in only, but it's strong. It's off to a strong start.
Seems nice.
Yeah,
And maybe it's just me being used to long form, media.
But it's kind of cool that there's the overarching story, but each episode has its own start, middle, and end.
It's different.
Like,
Maybe it's
really
just
cool.
taking me out of my comfort zone. Maybe that's all it is. Like I said, I really enjoyed The Mandalorian. I haven't watched the new season yet. I don't remember season 2 at all, to be honest. In fact, I don't even think I watched season 2. Which was the one where Luke Skywalker's in it? Is that season 1?
Season 1 at the end, and then season 2
Is he
okay.
the first season?
So
he's at the end of the first season.
last
yeah.
okay. So I've
The last
only
episode.
watched the first season. Then I haven't even watched the second season yet.
Am I wrong, Tom? Wasn't that the end of the first season?
No, I don't. The end of the first season was the reveal of Boba, I think.
Oh fuck! Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
End of second season was Luke Skywalker.
End of the second season was Luke.
Yeah, and then he shows up in Boba Fett.
I was about to
That's
say
right.
because then the finale of that season 2 wouldn't have been so large.
That's right.
Dude,
That's right.
that
He shows
was
up at the
so
end of
awesome, though.
season 2, and then in the episode 4, he's in there with Grogu.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Boba Fett.
Okay.
Spoilers, but
Yeah, I
this
just
is
got
like
spoilers.
ago.
But okay.
Spoilers. Cad Bane returns, and I thought
Yo,
he could have been.
For the record, I haven't seen season 3 yet, so like let's chill it a bit. I plan on
not
watching.
Mandalorian.
No.
That's
To
not
be fair,
Mandalorian.
like the great part is, we're spoiling Book of Boba Fett.
Okay.
Season 3 of Mandalorian. What's great is we're off to a good start, but there's literally nothing yet to spoil.
Only problem I have is with like episode 2, but I'm not gonna say anything.
That's fair. I maybe know what you're talking about, but I still liked it.
Maybe, yeah, okay.
Episode 1, I have more problems with than 2.
Okay.
Oh, I can agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But still, honestly, in terms of like television and especially Star Wars, like I cannot complain about anything Mandalorian. Like that shit has rejuvenated my interest in this franchise, and
Completely.
like
Completely
Jon
for me.
Favreau is great. Like that dude knows what he's doing.
Everything that man touches is fucking gold, almost.
Iron Man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Didn't he do no, he didn't. Okay. He was gonna do a Haunted Mansion movie for Disney.
Oh really?
Ooh.
After the Eddie Murphy one, but I don't think that
Okay.
ever happened. But didn't he do the Lion King remake? I think he did.
Oh, I'd have no clue.
Yeah, I think he did the Lion King 3D remake,
So
which wasn't
Okay.
super well received.
if I could
Well-
put my final thoughts about the Book of Boba Fett real quick.
Yeah, please do.
Yes.
Please do.
I
buddy.
think that show was a massive waste of potential.
Absolutely. No doubt.
They revealed
doubt.
like one of the other crazy bounty hunters, spoilers,
Yes.
Cad
Yep.
Bane, who was very well known in the Clone Wars, right?
Completely wasted.
Mhm.
Yes.
And they threw him away like he was nothing, and that was so disappointing because he was the actor who played him was really good. I thought the actor who formed as Cad Bane was really nice. I thought it was so nicely done.
Great
And-
portrayal, but terrible execution.
They have like these strong characters, and they just kind of fuck it, easy money.
So many ties that just went nowhere. Like even the Hut stuff.
Yeah.
Like you have the huts. Like you have
Mhm.
Boba Fett taking over the huts.
That should
Like
be
that
huge.
that should be the coolest fucking thing
Yes, that's
ever.
Crazy.
And they just dropped the
And it
ball.
was, dudes,
It was
totally
so
dropped
simple. It was like they did a little trade deal, honestly, and it was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, literally, dude.
Uh.
It was, and again, to be fair, like I didn't hate it. Like I didn't watch the show and be like, I just wasted time. It was more so like you said, like it was like that could be so much more than it was, but
That's
and it
why,
was
like,
also weird that
yeah.
they shoved that Mandalorian episode in there. That was, again, spoilers, but if you've seen anything about Mandalorian season 3, like literally Grogu and Din reunite in a like side episode of Book of Boba Fett.
That's so weird.
It
That
was
shouldn't have happened.
weird.
That shouldn't have happened.
So
they're
weird.
basically forcing people to start watching that show if they want to catch up properly.
And wasn't that where he got the dark
Oh.
sword, or was that still
No, that was in
Dark
Saber was season 2.
Was that still
Dark Saber
season
was
two?
season 2.
Yeah, that was Mando.
Moff
Okay.
Gideon.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but
That
didn't
was
he
great.
fight? Didn't he fight?
He fought with
Katan?
it.
But didn't he fight Katan?
Bo-Katan? No, he never fought Bo-Katan.
No, he did in Boba Fett. I thought he did.
No, he didn't. No, he used the dark saber for a bounty he wanted to accomplish. Then he injured himself.
But didn't she have it?
No, she didn't have. She had it in the next season of the Mandalorian.
I thought no, I know, but I thought she had it at
no,
some
she
point.
never. She didn't have it during that.
So why is she so pissed at the beginning of season 3?
I think she's mad because her whole team left her.
Why did her whole team left her?
She said why they left her because she didn't have
Dude.
the saber.
Dude. Yeah, but I thought she had it, and that's why they left.
No, they left because she didn't get it, and they're like, "Well, fuck this shit," and they left her.
Dude, I swear she had it.
She didn't have it during Book of Boba Fett. No.
God, I fucking.
The only scenes with him having it is when
Josh
he's
over
fighting
here
with
looking
it,
for
and he looks
receipts.
really reckless.
I'm looking now.
Josh wants those receipts, man.
Yeah, after their victory, Sabine gifted Darksaber to Bo-Katan. She had it at one point.
Yeah, and that was
He tried to give it to her, but she wouldn't. She couldn't accept it because she didn't win it in a battle.
She didn't win it in a battle.
That's season 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's from Mando. I remember that.
Okay.
But she never grabbed it from him
So then, how did Din get it?
by beating Moff Gideon.
I don't remember that.
I remember that.
Yeah, he beat Moff Gideon for it, and since
So
Moff Gideon
so
lost
she
the
was
battle,
gifted
the
it, but
saber
she
goes
couldn't.
down.
But she couldn't take it because
Yeah,
of
the
you have
order
to
of
win
the
it in
dark
a
saber.
duel.
You have to win it in a battle to
Okay.
receive it. Then he was like, "I yield," but that's not a part of it.
Okay. I don't remember any of this. But we'll see, because you did spoil the latest
I
episode.
didn't mean to. I thought you were talking about that.
No, I was
like-
talking about season 2. I swear I thought she had it at some point. But I guess I'm wrong. I thought that's why she was so, because like my favorite part of Mandalorian season 3, this is a big spoiler, but her character is essentially just sulking the entire time.
She's just so upset.
This isn't a spoiler. Post.
Oh, it's not a spoiler. I'm sorry. I thought you said it was a really. I thought you said it was a really big spoiler.
I thought he
No,
said that
it's not.
too.
It's not really a spoiler, but Bo-Katan is like just sulking, and I love that part of her character actually,
Okay.
because like they go and visit her, and she's just like, just like sitting.
She's so upset.
She never leaves her chair. I love it. Oh, but anyway, watch Mandalorian, watch Book of Boba Fett.
I will have to
actually.
watch. I'm not fucking watching that show. I
No,
couldn't
watch
get past
Book of
it.
Boba Fett.
It's not that bad.
Watch it. Yeah, it's not that
Alright.
bad. It's not.
You know
It's
what?
not fantastic.
They have the 30-minute episodes, right? It's not too bad.
Just appreciate Tamara Morrison's acting.
Yeah, she's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right,
appreciate
I'll give it a shot. Only if you keep playing Signalis.
I said I was gonna push through for a little bit.
Oh, you said Tamara Morrison, and I said she's great, but that's Boba Fett. I was thinking of
I thought you said
I was thinking of Ming-Na Wen.
Yeah.
She's great.
She is actually great.
She's great.
amazing. But both of them are great. They're a great
When
duo.
you said great acting, I assume you meant the person who acted great in the show.
You didn't think Tim did?
I don't think he's great in anything, but
Oh,
That's just
that'd
my prequel bias.
Okay.
Because
Oh, that's right. Because they use that's right.
yeah,
I
'cause he was
I
Django.
forgot.
Oh yeah, I know.
I
yeah.
forgot. I forgot.
Yeah.
I appreciate Tim a
yeah.
lot though, because he voices in the games too.
Yeah, but he was horrible in the redubs.
I know I think that was
of-
rushed. I feel like
that
they're just like,
was-
"Hey Tim, can you do this real quick?" He's like, "Okay."
That was horrible. They shouldn't
I
have
know what you
replaced the
mean, yeah.
original Boba Fett voice
No,
that I
freaking
grew
out
up
bad.
with, but whatever.
Old person moment.
Listen, it's not my fault. I got to enjoy the good Star Wars before they fucking made Harrison Ford do this. Bang!
Just a reminder to everyone that's watching live, just because this is a live show, if you are, you can do a channel point redemption to ask a question, and we will go ahead and address it during the podcast. And I feel like I
think we
totally
should
just
still-
injected that.
I think we should still answer the Witcher's character or the Witcher's question because it's very good.
I think we should too.
Oh yeah, we should. Yeah.
But after the channel point reduction, good lord, redemption. All right, let's do it. So, the Witcher in chat says, "Who do you guys think is the most underrated Star Wars character?" And
Great question.
oh, that's right. You know what? It's true. That's a point.
He did
That's
sub
a point.
twice.
He did sub. He did subscribe.
Oh, he redeemed it too. Look at you. You
But he
guilty.
redeemed it too. What a guy!
He's a fucking real one. He's a real one. All right,
He's
we
a
got
G.
now. We got to do it. We got to do it.
Yep.
Who's the most underrated Star Wars character?
I'm gonna let Dom start because he's way more invested in Star Wars than I am.
Oh, that's a hard question actually.
Boba Fett.
No.
Like the most famous Star Wars character ever.
Luke Skywalker.
Darth Vader.
Underrated?
Dom.
Is Darth Maul considered underrated?
Ah, that's who I was gonna say. I think people
I
forget
wouldn't
about
say
him.
underrated.
I don't. Darth Maul has like a hard reputation in like the animated films and
Yeah,
cartoons.
And
Were
Rogue
they
One.
were they gonna be? I thought I read somewhere that they were gonna do a Darth Maul show. Or
Probably
am I
won't.
just
Doubt it.
imagining things?
Well, he'll
That'd be-
probably
how would they
show
do
up in
that?
something. They'll probably
Oh,
show up in
If
something.
he shows up, that'd be kind of cool.
Because
'Cause
he was
he showed up at the end of Rogue One.
he
Oh, I
was
didn't
one of
know
my favorite. He's like probably one of my top like 3 or 4 favorite characters in all of Star Wars.
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
he is. He is.
He's cool as shit, you know?
He is.
He's cool. I don't blame him.
Dude, he's cool as shit. No, don't even. Come on, give it to me. Lay it on me thick, brother.
Is it just the face paint? Because that's all he has.
It's the lightsaber.
No, he's got
too,
he's
come
got
on.
he's got he's got the lightsaber too. He's got that double edged. So there's a little bit more to like from the animated series. I don't know the whole story. I just know from what I've read that there's a much deeper kind of backstory to him after he gets, sliced in half. And some of his other backstory. I don't know it.
What's that backstory post? Oh, you don't know
I don't-
it? But
I
it's
don't-
still
I don't-
cool?
I
You
don't
still
know.
like him because of the backstory you don't know?
The reason I would say he's an underrated character is because I've heard he has such a really good backstory or story after the prequel movies.
My favorite
And-
band is Nickelback because I've heard they make really good music. I've heard it. It must be true. They must make really good music. I've heard it. I've heard
Listen.
people say that.
I'm sorry for giving my fucking opinion.
It's not your opinion. It's an opinion you've heard.
No, I also think he's really cool and nobody talks about him, and I want to know more about him. That's why I think he's underrated.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got one. I had to think about it a little bit. Bosk the Bounty Hunter.
I don't even know who that is, so that's
You know,
certainly underrated.
Bosk is the reptilian feared bounty hunter. He was in
Oh.
the original Star Wars. He was next
Yep.
to Boba, I think. And I think he's in.
He looks like a dinosaur, right? Kinda.
Yeah, he kind of looks like that. And
And he's
in the
also he
animated
also has
series,
spikes
too.
on his head too, doesn't he? Around the crown, like
so,
Darth
yeah.
Maul.
No, not like that. No, he's a different species. I forgot what the species is. Trandoshan. Trandoshan. He's a Trandoshan. That's a species, and he was also in the animated thing where Boba Fett's a kid. So he knew Boba Fett for a long ass time. So Bosk
Okay.
has like poisonous gas that he throws at people to kill them. So I think that by itself just like kind of expresses how dangerous he was, and he was very athletic from what I've seen and read about him. That he can like jump from building to buildings, and he was really good at what he did. And he had like an infrared sniper, I think, or something like that. Something that he could charge up with infrared sights, so he could see through his own gas and eliminate whatever target he's going for. I think that's an underrated character. I think that fits.
Well, definitely. I didn't know who it was. Well, I mean, I kind of did when you started explaining him. I'm also. I don't have deep knowledge of Star Wars lore either. I mean, clearly, if I'm getting shit on
Mine's
for
isn't that
fucking
deep
loving
either.
Darth Maul, but
Oh yeah, you should. I wouldn't shit on you liking Darth Maul if it was for your own reasons, but it's for reasons you've heard that you don't even know. That's what makes me mad.
okay.
If
So-
you knew
okay.
his backstory and how he survived
Here,
the fucking getting split in half, and they
Yeah.
gave him mechanical
Yep.
fucking crab legs.
Yeah,
If
so-
you knew that, that would be fine. But you don't.
I don't know in detail. I know that afterwards he was, I don't know how, but he was saved by somehow. You're right. I don't know, but I know that he ended
Yeah.
up going in hiding, and he was kind of like not trying to change. I'll just shut up because I don't know specifics.
Did you know they gave him crab legs?
No, I didn't. But I know he had
Exactly.
mechanical.
Yeah.
I know that he was giving some kind of prosthetics.
Yeah, mechanical crab legs.
Is
Is
it more
Grievous
than
considered an underrated character?
ooh?
Who?
General Grievous.
I don't know. I think he's
He's kind of a main part of one of the.
I suppose episode
Yeah.
3. Yeah, I don't know.
And, I mean,
That's fair.
We know about Grievous.
I would take Grievous because
Oh, yeah.
Grievous has a good backstory. I've heard
He does
from
yeah.
other people.
Yeah,
I don't
does
know
it?
what it is.
He was
but-
obsessed with like cybernetic
y'all,
type shit.
y'all can go fuck yourselves, man. What the fuck, man? I'm sorry for like. Oh,
I didn't mean anything by it.
no, you're fine, Dom. I like
It's me.
you.
it's me.
Oh man.
No, Grievous does have a really good backstory, actually. Dude, that original Clone Wars series on Adult Swim, he was great in that. I don't know. That's obviously not canon anymore, but yeah.
Oh yeah, a lot of Star Wars talk.
I'll just
All right.
sit here and cry
Can I
myself to
give
fucking
Shame.
can I
sleep.
give my underrated Star Wars character?
No, no one
Yeah.
fucking cares.
All right.
Care?
I'm just kidding. I actually do care. I would love to know.
Dexter Jetster.
Oh, I know that name. Hold on, I gotta look him up.
I don't know who that is. Please explain his
runs-
entire backstory.
He runs the diner
He
that
runs.
Obi-Wan goes to in episode 2.
I know.
It's like an
Really
old
good.
school 50s diner in Star Wars for some reason. And there's this big guy, his name is Dexter Jetster, and he's my favorite character in Star Wars.
That's so good.
So I'm going with Dexter Jetster. I need the Disney Plus Dexter Jetster series where it's just him running the diner.
That'd be so bad and good at the same time.
Like make me an Office, like the Office style series of Dexter Jester's diner, and I'm in.
This is just big dude like making awkward scenes with his customers.
Making space
Oh
coffee.
my god.
And-
like an ASMR Dexter Jetster.
Oh, dude, I
my
love that.
god.
so that's my answer.
Oh God.
I just got shit on so much, dude.
My chest started hurting from laughing at that.
He's the best. I love Dexter Jetster.
Looking at his face makes it worse. He's
He's
funny
the
looking.
best. He's so good. I fucking love that guy. Oh, on his 50s diner.
Ow.
Oh, makes no sense in Star Wars.
He has
I
like some
love it.
weird mustache too.
He does have a mustache.
Yeah, yeah, he
What the
does.
fuck? Dude, that's grand.
Ow. Ow.
Oh.
Oh boy.
So, just just because The Witcher asked in chat, I need to know what your favorite character of favorite underrated character is. Most underrated character
Favorite?
In Star Wars?
in Star Wars. Yeah, I want to
I
know
just
what
said.
Witcher's. I know in Witcher, The Witcher. I want to know what his was
Oh,
because he asked
gotcha.
in chat. Yeah.
Right.
Um,
yeah.
So while he's answering that, we were talking about. Oh my god, we were talking about the book of Boba Fett.
Boba.
And how we weren't sure, Josh, you mentioned that they would even bring it back for another season just because of how poorly received it was.
It was. I would say poorly reviewed. I don't know.
A lot of people didn't like it, sadly.
Yeah.
There was a game recently showed off, Josh, that you wanted to mention. That
Oh yeah.
Oh,
good-
dude, I got
yeah.
scared. I thought you were gonna talk about the Bounty Hunter game they canceled. I would have got so mad.
No, this is a good point though. You're right.
so you wanna elaborate?
So everybody knows the Batman Arkham series of games made by Rocksteady Studios,
Yeah.
Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight.
Mm-hmm.
So they're making a new game in the Arkham universe. It's called Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. They just had they just had a big showing in the latest Sony PlayStation Direct.
I remember that.
Where they showed off the game, and it was the first kind of big gameplay showcase of the game. And this game was originally supposed to come out in May, I think. Post, are you looking at the article?
No, I don't. I can pull it up there real quick.
No, I'm sorry. I thought you just had it up.
No. But I know what you're talking about. I thought the game was coming out later this year. I mean, May would be later this year technically.
I think it was May because it was coming out around the same time as the new Zelda.
Okay, so
Which
the game was originally planned for release in 2022 until it slipped to 2023. It was supposed to release on May 26th.
May. Okay. So
that's the game with like the suit with like Harley Quinn and King Shark and stuff.
Harley Quinn, King Shark, Captain Boomerang, and Deadshot.
Oh, that seems, I feel like it's gonna be fun.
Well, they showed it off, and it was essentially shoot purple orbs, and then buy a battle pass so you can make your character look like a different character. Yeah. It was what they showed off was a bit rough, and it got an immediate backlash. People were not interested in it at all. And it was like, this is the follow-up to Arkham Knight. Like, this is what we're getting. This is Kevin Conroy's last performance as Batman.
Oh no.
So people were very not excited.
I didn't even think about that.
Yes.
That's
I
some
didn't
deep
even
territory.
think about that.
Yes.
Oh,
yes, because
shit.
if you don't know out there, Kevin Conroy was the voice of Batman since the animated
Rest in
series
peace.
in 95.
We did a whole
mid-90s.
on the show. We actually did a whole like opening sequence back when it was me, Gearhead, and we had White Chili and Kushter, and that was actually the day that Kevin Conroy passed away. So
damn.
We did.
So he was basically the like whenever I read a Batman comic, it's Kevin Conroy's
It's him.
voice.
It's him.
And he passed away recently, and this was literally the last thing he recorded, or at least this was the thing he recorded that will be released last as Batman.
Oh.
No, I think it is.
No,
I think
they
they've
confirmed that was the last one.
They're still gonna be. Well, they're
like
gonna
everything
they're gonna
else
release
he's
the game.
recorded has come out. Well, good point. Good point, Post.
Oh, sure.
So the game has been basically delayed indefinitely now. They're saying it'll come out in late 2023, but there's no date. So essentially they're saying, hey, remember that release date we had? Not anymore. We got to work on this a little bit more because the reception to the initial gameplay reveal was so bad
Has
that they're
any
like,
other game received that type of treatment?
I don't know. Like just from backlash alone, I don't know
That
if this
seems like
has
a
happened
lot.
before.
Getting like backed indefinitely.
Right. Well, and again, it's not
Forever.
necessarily indefinitely.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
just saying
there's no
now
date.
now they're saying late 2023.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that's very easy to push to early 2024, which is easy to push to, you know what I mean? So it's not necessarily indefinitely, but for all intents and purposes, it's indefinitely until there's an actual date.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because like you said, I can't think of another moment where it was like the fan backlash or the public backlash delayed a game like that. I can think of like other extenuating circumstances that did that,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't think of just we showed it
Well,
off
yeah.
and people were like, "Ew," you know.
Which is funny because I remember watching it. It's at first I didn't even notice the purple orbs, and that's the rest of it actually looked pretty fun. But like that's what a lot of people were sticking on was the whole.
Well, did you play the Avengers game that Square Enix made?
Hold on a second.
Okay, I'm holding.
There was
So speaking of that,
something was just playing in my background there. It was like, anyways, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Dom.
so yeah, speaking of that game, I remember seeing like the initial trailer when they first show it, like at E3, right? Then they showed it at E3.
Yeah, I think like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I remember seeing it. I was like, oh, okay. I like King Shark as a character. I was looking at it, and they showed a little cutscene. I was like, that could be fun. And I was like, if I get my friends together, we all get on that. That could be like a good time. But I didn't see the actual gameplay of it. I didn't know the gameplay was that bad that people were like, fuck this.
It doesn't look, and that's my problem with it, is it doesn't look bad. It just looks like literally every live service game that's come out.
Yeah,
And the one that I can point at is the Avengers game, and I don't know if you guys have played it,
my son's playing
but
it.
I heard it was really bad.
it's not, and I'm not going to describe it as bad. And this is me. I'm such a stickler for this kind of stuff. But I'm not going to play it. Like, I'm not going to choose to play it. It's just so mind-numbing, and there's nothing there.
It's just
It's
a
like
grind
the
fest.
same thing. Exactly. Grindfest is
okay.
the perfect
Alright,
word
yeah.
for it. Same thing over and over. And that
do it.
Suicide Squad footage they showed was literally just shooting purple orbs on enemies over and over and over. And you can shoot them with an assault rifle or a shotgun or a
how
pistol.
edgy.
It's like, okay, I can shoot them at different speeds. Great. But it was literally the same thing for each character. There was no tactics. It was just mind-numbing
Oh, I didn't
grind.
know that. Wow, I thought
It
like
looked
What?
bad.
What
I was
is it
expecting like
with-
King Shark to be like the tank type of character.
He's supposed to be, but he
Yeah,
just
but they're
has
all
a
the
stronger gun. He
wow.
just has a mini gun.
Wow. That's
It's so
whack.
disappointing, dude.
It's
What is it?
disappointing.
What is it with DC just not getting shit right?
Well, and what sucks is like this is Rocksteady, and they're the ones who have
Yeah, the Arkham games.
historically, exactly. Besides
Yeah.
Night, which was horrible,
But they like honestly, Rocksteady did, in my opinion. I mean, it's nothing groundbreaking, but they kind of like they reimagined, so to speak, a lot of combat in games, and they like perfected the art of like superhero fighting.
110%. Like that Spider-Man game that came out that everybody loves was just Arkham Asylum with Spider-Man.
Yeah,
And there's
It's-
something to be said about that. Like they did an amazing job.
I think it's also hard for a studio to make something after like Arkham Knight, especially because how that game holds up to this day. Like I played it recently.
I disagree. Arkham Knight's
Really?
the
I
weakest.
played-
Arkham Knight's
Well, I know
really-
it's considered the weakest, but like that's the only one that I played from my experience. I don't know
you
how to
didn't
say
play.
about the
You
other
should
one.
go back.
Yeah,
play
I've been
Return to
told I
Arkham.
should. I've been told I
Play
should.
Return to Arkham.
But I was talking about like visually in more of
Oh.
a sense because Arkham Knight still looks really nice, and I just looked at it recently and I thought, hey, this game looks pretty good.
Yeah, presentation wise, it's fine, but
Yeah,
gameplay wise, it's
I-
a little rough.
I like the whole vibe of it too, and like the rain looked really good on Batman, like all the
Well,
then you're
Down here
gonna
in this
yeah,
town.
then you're gonna
Yeah.
love Arkham Asylum.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
Arkham Asylum is
yeah.
I know.
as
who's-
far as
yeah.
I'm concerned, Arkham Asylum is the perfect superhero video game.
Oh, wow.
People like to say Arkham City's better, and in a way I can understand that, but from start to finish, Arkham Asylum is perfect.
Oh, what villains are in Arkham Asylum? If you don't mind saying real quick.
Bane,
Oh, I'm in it
Killer,
already. I'm
Killer
reading already.
Crocs in it.
Yeah, Joker's
in a
in
way.
it.
You just gotta
Joker,
say
of
Bane. My
course.
pension's already there.
Clayface is in it.
Oh, I
To-
love Clayface.
It's the Rogues Gallery. It was like they got Paul Dini, the guy who wrote the classic animated series, and they're
Oh.
like, just make a video game that showcases the Rogues Gallery and Batman, and he did. It's amazing.
That's cool. I actually have to play it now. It's on Game Pass though, right?
Yeah,
They
the
never
first
took
two.
that shit off. All right,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, the first two. You definitely need to play Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. Those
Yes.
are
I'm on it.
must-play games.
Yep.
Arkham Knight, in my opinion, it's not a must-play game. It's like if you liked Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, it's a maybe play game. Like,
Really?
yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
see-
like.
I wonder.
Knight.
I wonder what my opinion's gonna be after I play those two. Because
I
I loved
will-
Arkham Knight. I thought that was so
and-
fun.
and I would love to hear it then.
Okay, yeah.
Actually, that would be a really fun thing to do because, for example, Game of the Month, Josh and I, we love it so
Mhm.
far, right? But you're not feeling it so much because it's lacking something. Where you loved Arkham Knight, and just because I didn't play it, that's the new one, right? That everyone was shitting on.
The
Arkham-
line one. It's not
Yeah.
new by any stretch of the
The latest one was the
That,
the
but
one
that
with
was it was
the-
like Arkham Knight though. That's like a it's a online, like you could play
No.
co-op.
No,
with
no,
your
he's
friends.
talking about the other one. What's the other one called, Josh?
Gotham Knights.
Gotham
You're talking
Knights?
about Gotham Knights. Arkham Knight
Oh,
was
yeah.
the one with Jason Todd.
Yeah,
That's-
Gotham Knights was like 2014.
Okay, forgive me. I was mixing up the
Like,
two.
yeah,
games.
we're talking a long time ago.
Oh, okay. Forgive me.
When
so
was Arkham Knight? Arkham Knight was 2015. Sorry.
okay.
Oh. Yeah, Arkham Knight.
Jesus
was-
Christ! Almost 10 years ago.
Dude.
So old.
But that 2015 threshold, like after 2013, games really started taking that downturn. So
I
are you
wouldn't
really
say
all that surprised?
downturn. I wouldn't say downturn. Games go through different eras,
Phases,
and it
yeah.
was
For me, it was a downturn. It was not my interest. It was
Right.
things change. Like, and that's what Dom grew up on. So like,
right.
you know, and that's
I
why
kinda
it's so
grew up in the
interesting.
mix, honestly. Like I
Well,
grew up
sure.
into like going into that stage.
You, Dom, for someone your age, you actually have pretty good taste in games. You really do enjoy classic, good games, as well but you also really like a lot of these newer games that like say I don't like.
Yeah, I
So
find ways to appreciate every game I can in some sort of way.
you're kind of
Love
like
that.
a millennial with technology. Like we didn't
Oh,
have
no.
it before, and now we had it on both sides. You know, we had pre-internet and post-internet. You're
Mhm.
like the same thing with really good classic games and shitty games.
Like
So
I will shit on like old games that older people like. Saints Row 2. I think that's the most overrated game ever. I will shit on Post anytime when he talks about it.
Saints Row 1 was the fun one.
Yeah, but I bet if I play that right now, I'm gonna play it and be like, this shit is awful.
It is.
I've
it
wanted
is-
to leave this show twice now because Post just said Saints Row 1 was fun.
When I was playing it, it was something different than Grand Theft Auto, and I had fun with it. I'm not saying it's
Yeah, because
amazing.
Grand Theft Auto was fun and Saints Row wasn't, so it was real different.
Listen, it was something different. I
Dude.
had a little bit of fun with it.
Dude, as somebody who had to play through all of the Saints Row games for his fucking
Hey,
job,
hey! I'm not
Um,
saying. Go ahead.
Saints Row 1 was one of the worst experiences that I have gone through
Oh my
in suggestive gaming
goodness.
history. Saints Row 2 was better, still not good. don't understand it. I will never understand the Saints Row love. Saints Row 3's fucking fun because they realized like, oh, these games suck, so we're just gonna.
So
make
they made
them
it way over the
goofy.
top. Yeah, right.
I love
So I
Saints Row
get it.
3. That
But
was
Saints-
so fun.
Yeah, Saints Row 1 was fucking horrid.
It's because I only played Saints Row. Well, no, I think I played Saints Row 2 a little bit too.
Saints
But
Row 2 was okay.
I'm not saying
Saints
that
Row
the
1
games.
was bad.
I'm not saying that the games are inherently good. I'm just saying I had fun with them at the time. You can have fun with a shitty game.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
I have a lot of guilty pleasures. I get it.
I'm just saying.
Like Cyberpunk's my guilty pleasure.
But that's not a bad
Punk's
game.
not bad. Yeah, Cyberpunk's not bad.
That's not a bad
it's
game.
glitchy.
People just shit on
It's
it.
glitchy.
Did people start realizing that's not bad now?
No, I liked it the day it came out.
No,
Oh,
me,
thank God. Thank
Josh
But
and I
I had a
are
good-
the same that way.
But I had a good PC that could run it, so I understand the people who were playing
Right.
it like on console or.
I don't know why it
not-
released on
not
Xbox One.
Yeah, and or on not $4,000 computers, and we're like,
Yeah,
this just
that
runs
was-
like
that was
shit.
dumb.
Like I get it, but
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with it.
Oh,
Just because Witcher's posting so much, and I really appreciate him for being a part of this. He'll never understand Grand Theft Auto San Andreas love. That game fucking sucked, is what he said. And Josh just broke his $300 headphones.
Josh just left the scene.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is one of the most. It's weird to say. No, no, hell no. What the fuck are you? Okay, so I'm
Josh is gonna leave
responding.
again.
Josh is gonna
leave
look
again.
at the screen and walk up and leave again. He is.
Josh is gonna leave.
Josh, don't look at chat.
Wait for it.
Don't look at chat. Don't look at chat. You're just gonna get up and leave again.
Did he seriously say Vice City is better than San Andreas?
He did. So
Oh no.
there's a special place in my heart for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
That's my
That-
first game ever, so yeah, I'm biased.
That is one of, I don't know.
I think that game had so much for its time.
You're gonna sit here and tell me to my face, The Witcher, that Vice City, a game where you have to do these dumbass like mini games where you buy these fucking businesses and you have to drive an ice cream truck around the fucking city for 6 hours, is better than a game that has Faith No More's Midlife Crisis on the soundtrack. You're gonna sit here and tell me that to my face on my own show. Oh, this is ridiculous. You have to drive an ice cream truck for 4 hours.
Hey, which, because I'm old and my brain doesn't work from head trauma, which one was the game where you're driving the fucking drone? I'm assuming that was San Andreas, right?
Oh yeah, that was San Andreas. There's a
Well,
little side quest.
Well, what sucks is there's a helicopter, like an RC helicopter.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
helicopter, yes,
It's not a
yes.
drone.
That's in, but
Is that
that's in
Vice City?
San Andreas, but also
Okay.
in Vice City. There's
Oh, it's
an
awesome.
RC helicopter mission in both.
Which one did I hate? Because I
Probably the
fucking
one that-
hated that
The
mission
San Andreas
so
one's
much.
awful.
The San Andreas one is worse.
Okay,
San Andreas
okay.
is awful.
I just, if I had to look at and think back to what I hated the most, that was one of the most god awful fucking missions that will
That
forever
is
be
honestly
ingrained
where-
in my
when I
brain.
was
terrible.
Yeah, when I was a child, that's where I stopped playing.
I almost
San
stopped playing on
Andreas.
like recently because I tried to replay it and I
Yeah, that's where I stopped in the story as a child, but I still would keep driving around and fucking around. But as in the story, that's where I stopped. Is when you hit Zero's shop and you had to do the
Okay,
RC helicopter stuff.
your
the
fucking
Vice City
memory,
one-
Josh. Holy shit.
Dude, because again, I recently replayed these
Oh, you did.
two
Okay.
for SG.
Mhm.
But yeah, I will never ever understand the love for Vice City because that game is so fucking boring.
You think-
Because at some point the storyline ends and they're like, all right, now go run your businesses for 6 hours. And you're literally like running a counterfeiting company and like literally you have to drive an ice cream truck.
you
And
think it's
people
running off
say
of
that game is
nostalgia?
great. I think. Oh yeah, it's 100% nostalgia. Like
Yeah.
the 80s Miami vibe is cool.
That's
like
cool,
the
man.
soundtrack
I-
is great.
I can
But the
appreciate
game
that.
fucking sucks to play. It's such
Yeah.
a chore.
I enjoyed the only thing that I enjoyed about that game was the rip off Scarface kind of storyline,
of
especially
course.
at the end. I enjoyed that.
Dude,
And
but the Final Mansion mission sucks, dick.
I know.
Because fucking they spawn behind like every fucking corner in your own house. Like, how did you get here? This is my house. Like, dude, I replayed Vice City recently when they released the definitive edition, and it was so fucking bad. Like, don't get me wrong, the definitive editions were
That's
bad.
also awful.
Yeah, but like, dude, that fucking like final mission took me 8 hours, probably because like it's just so cheap and unfair and stupid. And oh my god, don't even get me started on Vice City. It's not fun. Lance Vance sucks. You spend the entire fucking game saving him, and he's an asshole. And spoilers for a fucking 30-year-old game, but he betrays you at the end anyway. So you're like, why the fuck was I spending all this time helping him? Oh god. Vice City Stories is great though. Everybody go play that.
All right.
How'd you feel about GTA 4?
Is I
It's all right.
yeah.
That was such a solid answer.
I like going bowling with my cousin Roman.
Nico, let's go bowling.
That's a good time.
Oh man.
I can't.
Oh
That's
my
too much.
dude. That was
My
Dude, I
fiance
don't
yelled
even-
at me for yelling, so I got to keep it down. Oh, you guys can't get me this riled up at 11:30 at night.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
It's not your
12:30
guys'
a.m.
fault. It's the Witcher in chat. Thank you for your support, but have some better opinions. Jesus.
I will never again have a bad opinion on this show in fear of that.
Oh, that was beautiful.
I'm going to keep all of my thoughts and opinions to myself.
There's so much passion behind that. That was great.
Dude, that might have been the best bit in Bucket Bites history, hands down.
That was good.
You drive an ice cream truck. It's not my fault.
He's really stuck up on this ice cream truck. This shit traumatized him.
Oh my god.
All right. Okay, let's do a game bite, and we can wrap it up with that. How does that sound, huh?
That's great. Getting this little boast title.
I'll get the belt back.
I need to I'm sweating over here because I was laughing so hard, bro. Oh, hey, I just realized that Warner Brothers was the company publishing Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
So they just had this huge critical success with Hogwarts.
Mm-hmm.
And then, anyways, sorry
Yep.
to throw that back. I'm
Yep.
sorry.
No,
All right.
it's a valid point.
That's a good point, yeah.
It's well, they're just publishing, so it's whatever. But all right, last game we're gonna play today is called Sound Bytes.
Ooh, my favorite.
Oh,
I love this game.
So
This
we're
is
ending
great.
we're ending on a positive note tonight. So let me ask you this, because I didn't get to talk to you guys before the show. Do you guys want to be the first person to call it out gets the point? I think this is the best way to play this game.
1v1 setting? Sure, probably.
Yeah,
Especially now. All right. So I'm going to play the sound. Whoever gets it first is the winner of the point. Each sound is worth 1 point. Okay, pretty simple. I actually got 10 points this time, or 10 sounds this time. Not 9 like I thought I had last time, or Anyways,
What's the category?
the category.
yeah.
There's no set category for this today. I was
potpourri.
going to try and stick with Mario, but you can only have so many Mario
Oh,
sounds,
yeah.
I thought. You know what I'm saying?
I think we
So-
both be yelling.
So basically, I just want you to yell out what you think all of these sounds are. Okay? So here we
Yeah.
go. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, here you go. First sound.
Taco Bell.
That's right.
I was talking about Taco Bell before too.
I know. All right.
Yeah, I never would have gotten that. Good job, Dom.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Here we goes the second one.
You didn't say the magic word.
Oh, I don't know
Jurassic
that.
Park.
That's right.
Well, it's the Newman. Like,
it's
I
the
don't
computer.
remember. I don't remember his character's name.
Yeah, Nedry.
The guy who-
Nedry.
Nedry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, here we go. This one's a little harder. I'm looking for something a little bit more specific on this one, just so you guys know.
Ooh.
Okay.
Here we go.
Mario coin sound.
Collecting a coin. Yeah. That's Dom. That's Dom.
It's actually not.
It's not a coin.
It's not the coin sound.
Not the coin.
Ooh, I
sound.
thought it was
sounded-
coin too.
It did sound a little different.
It's a little different. You're in the right game.
Can you play it again?
I'll play it again.
One up. One up.
Nope.
No.
Shit.
No, it's not one.
This is a hard one.
Pausing.
It is pausing.
Oh.
Pausing.
It is the
God,
pause
pausing in
sound.
Mario.
Wow. Yeah. I know that now.
I thought it was coin too,
Yeah. I thought it was
but I
the
think coin is just one. Like that was.
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
that sounded like two
Yeah,
coins.
it's more of
Like, that's
it's an uptick sound too. It goes doo-doo.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, here we goes the next one. You need to tell me what this is from.
Tonight at 11.
Doom!
Oh hell no. Doom.
Okay.
Doom.
This is from this. I'll give you a hint. This is from an animated TV show.
Futurama.
Point, Josh.
Oh. Oh.
That was a
Never
guess
watched
just
Futurama.
because of the voices. Was
I mean,
that
that's
the-
really
the-
that's yeah. That was the alien, the green alien guy. Yeah.
the news program.
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. I got it. I
right,
wasn't
here we go.
confident, but I was right.
That you were right. All right, here's the next one.
Oh, what are you laughing? Toy Story.
Good.
Yeah, where are they located?
Oh, I don't. Oh.
Do you know where?
Was it?
I mean,
It wasn't not in Andy's
There's
bedroom.
there's no.
Was it when Buzz was trying to fly? Oh, it's when he faked Buzz into thinking he can fly.
That's right. I mean, that was in the
Yeah.
bedroom, so you're right.
That
That
was
was
like outside though. It was on like the thing.
Oh,
wasn't it?
oh, oh! Do you know what? You're right. It's when they are at under the car
The
in Pizza
staircase.
Planet. No, they're at
Oh,
Pizza
yeah,
Planet.
yeah.
They're at
yes,
Pizza Planet.
Yes, I remember because it was a dark scene. Yes.
All right, here we.
have you guys ever been to Disney?
No.
I was a child.
The pizza at Pizza Planet is so bad, but
Ugh.
so good. It's like middle
Chuck E.
school
Cheese pizza?
cafeteria pizza, but it's I don't know. Like I'll eat it.
Do you know
again.
what? Do you know what? I was just gonna say. Do you know what's weird? Every once in a while, I get this really weird craving for that shitty school cafeteria pizza. Like, I know it's not good, but like,
Not at all.
my brain remembers how much I liked it because it wasn't something else.
Yep. I'm the same way with the shitty McRib style
Oh hell yeah.
sandwich that we had
Hell
in
yeah.
high school.
Oh, sure. They're not bringing
Oh.
McRibs wrap back. Apparently, did you hear that?
I didn't hear that. That's rough.
They're apparently
McRibs at
this was
McDonald's
this.
kind of fell off.
Well, yeah. So apparently
Yeah.
it was it this year? Right? Was the last year or this last fall? Or
I
whatever
had
it
a
was?
McRib this last
Yes,
season.
Yeah, this that was
so.
apparently the last season that they're doing McRib. Obviously, they'll probably
Oh.
bring it back in like a couple years.
Yeah,
But,
yeah,
I
like
mean-
a Disney Vault situation.
Yeah, they do that, man.
Didn't they find
So-
some things like wrong with it or something? Like,
The Witcher in the chat saying Burger King over McDonald's. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna have to
kidding.
make
That's
a-
a completely. To be fair, that's a completely valid opinion.
yeah.
I always thought Burger King's burgers kind of taste, even though they're charbroiled. I always thought they just tasted kind of like high school burgers.
Burger King burgers are shit. Burger King chicken is better.
Well, hold on a minute.
Well-
What are you talking about? Are you talking about like the new chicken sandwiches they got? Or are you talking about the old one they had, the long looking weird one?
Am talking about their chicken nuggets and their chicken fries.
Yeah, the chicken
got
fries. I
scared.
remember eating the chicken fries.
I don't know necessarily about their chicken sandwiches because
Their
again,
original chicken sandwich tastes like you're eating like spit.
Okay. I'm not versed in the chicken sandwich situation.
But
can't
the
say-
crispy ones, for some reason, taste a lot different.
But I'll
Sorry,
take a Big Mac over a Whopper any day of the week.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Sorry, Witcher. He's gonna be like, "How do I get my subs back?"
Take your subs back, you Vice City loving bitch.
No, actually, please keep them. Please keep your subs. I'm just kidding. All right, here we go. We got 4 more. We have 4 more. You gotta tell me what this is from.
I'm gonna wreck it.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh, I'm gonna give it to Josh by a millisecond.
Oh.
By a millisecond. All right, here we go. Next sound.
Jumping on a Goomba.
Jumping on a Goomba.
Holy shit, dude! You guys are. I'm giving it to Josh. He got you by another half a second. Like honestly, like if Josh wasn't here, Dom, you'd be like probably destroying the competition.
That's so sad.
All right, we have 2 more sounds, and unfortunately, I think they are easier for Josh. So, here we go.
Yeah, boy.
I'm looking for the title of the movie.
Is it a scary movie?
No.
No.
That reaction though.
Yeah, boy.
I'll give you a hint. There are zombies in this movie.
Shaun of the Dead?
Fucking A, dude. What the fuck?
What? What do you say?
Shaun of the Dead.
Who the fuck is Shaun of the Dead?
If you've never seen
Shaun
that
of the
movie,
go watch Shaun of the Dead.
all right. So
I'm not well versed in movies, honestly. You'd be surprised.
Dom, we've had movie nights in the past. We're gonna have to have another one for Shaun of the Dead.
And I'm about to blow y'all's mind real quick. I've only watched Jurassic Park. Like, I never finished it. The original one. I never finished the original Jurassic Park.
That's one of my favorite movies of all time. So I
yeah,
kind of
that's
hate
a
you.
little. Yeah, that's a little rough, but Shaun of the Dead is amazing.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember that part of the movie at all, but when you say a zombie movie and it's a comedic sound
Yeah.
of it,
Right.
like I'm gonna go with Shaun of the Dead.
It's basically when they grab like the shovels out of the shed for the first time or something. I believe that's when that is, and he's like, they like do a high five at the same time. Anyways, all right, this last one, I'll be surprised if Josh doesn't know what this is.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, Dom. If you get it, I'll give you 5 points if you get it.
Oh.
But only 1 for Josh.
Oh fucking
Hell no.
That is from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. It's when you get a goal. Dude, I'm wearing a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater shirt. Right now.
Not planned at all, dude. Like
something's going on. Something's a little suspicious in here.
Yo, if there's any person I don't want to win these, it's Josh. But it's just we're the same age, so it's like, you know.
Go ahead and throw the strap on real quick.
Yeah, you put that strap on. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but no, you can't throw me fucking Tony Hawk shit. I'm gonna know it immediately.
Damn, that was the last one. Damn, I was having fun.
That is amazing that I'm literally wearing Tony Hawk's Pro
Dude,
Skater shirt.
honestly, not planned at all. That was great. Oh man. So, all right, down here, what's this?
That sounded like a grunt getting headshot.
Cool. It wasn't worth any points, but yeah, at least you remembered from last time.
I do. Big memory.
Oh man, I'm glad you guys had some fun with that. Sound Bytes is always so much fun.
Dude, I love Sound Bytes.
I miss it already.
I know you're asking. Oh, that's the last one already.
Yeah,
That's
come up
so
with 10
sad.
more posts. Come on.
We need 20.
On the fly.
No. Well, actually, I've got some. I could put them in real quick. if you
Overtime?
wanted, but
Sure,
Overtime?
I want to. I love this.
All right, I'm gonna do Dominic gets the guess first. I won't jump in. And if he doesn't get it, I will guess.
Okay.
all right, here. I'll give you 2 points for it if you know what it is.
Undertaker.
Okay. That's a repeat from last time.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I'll
was
give
it?
to you. Yeah.
That was yeah.
That was a repeat from last time. I don't have my sound bites apparently saved in my folder where I
Oh.
had them.
Oh, sad.
Wow, this guy unprepared for his own unplanned segment.
Oh man. Holy shit, man. This was probably one of my favorite episodes, I think.
I
I've
love this
recorded.
show. I love doing this show.
This
Every
is
week
good.
is so much fun, dude.
Good. I'm glad
Love
you
doing
love
it
it.
with you guys.
I
Yeah.
love the people out in chat being so engaging and asking questions and just kind of commenting. I just want to let
terrible opinions. It's fantastic.
I just want to let you know that I can't actively answer all of your questions and all of your responses in chat, but I do read them and I do giggle to myself.
We chuckle. I
frequently.
think everyone does.
And remember, if you are listening to this on the recorded podcast, pop in the chat. You might be able to make me leave my room because you like a video game more than I do. So-
Oh my god, it's great. And don't forget, and Dom, thank you for that. I don't know why Stream Elements does that extra message, but
He's
we do have the
informing
game
you.
of the mouth. The game of the mouth? Game of the mouth.
Game of the
The
mouth.
mouth.
Never mind. Game of the month, Signalis. Make sure you guys enter for that. We're going to be giving away a copy of that game, and if you don't want that game, you can get the next game of the month. And if you'd like to suggest games of the month, please feel free to let us know. Huge shout out to everybody out there in the Twitch land. You cannot have money. I'm not giving money. I've decided it's not going to be money. So it's going to be the game or next month's game or a t-shirt. A Bucket Bites t-shirt.
Ooh,
T-shirt.
I like that. I think we should do both. I think we should do the game and a t-shirt.
Oh, double whammy.
Josh over here trying to bankrupt Papa. But
I
think
will
that's fine.
contribute.
No, I'm
I will
kidding.
help.
Yeah, basically. 'Cause,
yeah.
I mean, you don't get to see my face, my beautiful face.
Not yet. We're gonna fix that, Dom.
It's going to be a
One of
momentous
these
day.
episodes.
It's going to be a momentous day. You can have an earbud in while you're washing dishes, Immortal.
Seriously, it's a podcast.
Come
It's
on.
audio. You can
We're just
listen to
listening
this
on
show.
Spotify.
Yeah. Oh, I guess if you're live, but you can also listen to the recording later.
Yeah, like listen to
Also-
Spotify or something.
Also, Twitch has an audio only mode that you can just
yeah.
do that. But anyways,
Well, you should also just subscribe to the podcast and download it anyway, because it'll help us out.
Yes.
absolutely, Josh. Thank you
So
for that call out.
Even if you are here in the Twitch, subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting platform, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, what have you, because that'll help us out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And huge shout out to our sponsors, Nuclear Coffee and also Suggestive Gaming. Josh, you do a great job and you've done a great, awesome job supporting the show as well. So
Thank you. And can I point out that I have been drinking Nuclear Coffee the past couple days, and oh boy, have I been loving it.
Nuclear coffee
I
helps
thought
you
you-
wake up in the morning.
I thought you were going to say you've been spending a lot of time on the toilet.
No,
Because
not at all.
that's like the
I
joke
have,
with coffee.
I have not had Nuclear Coffee in a while, and you as a good friend had provided me with a couple bags, and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot how much I love this coffee, and
Yeah.
I've been enjoying it, and I will be enjoying it in the future.
I appreciate that. Make sure you go
Highly
subscribe.
recommended. Highly recommended.
Oh, I appreciate you. NuclearCoffeeWI.com. And also make sure you subscribe to Suggestive Gaming on YouTube, where you can get all of the latest what you need to know videos. and not just what you need to know videos, but they are the best what you need to know videos out on YouTube. And that's not an opinion.
Just
that's a fact.
subscribe to Game Ranks. They just steal my content. Or leaderboard or
It's funny. I commented on another what you need to know video the other day.
Yeah.
It was, I forget which one it was, but they said, without further ado. And so I commented and I said, and I shouldn't have even said anything. I think it was either Last of Us or something else. But anyways, I said, whenever I hear without further ado, I think of suggestive gaming. That's what I commented.
Yeah.
So I heard that and I'm like, are you but it was so for the I do want to say though, they had their own video with their own kind of like, how they went about it. But they said without further ado.
Without further ado. I literally sell a t-shirt that says without further ado because that's like my fucking thing that that's my phrase that I use to jump in.
Yeah. And that's how they used it. I almost feel like I'll find the video and I'll send it to you if you really want to feel like mad.
I don't want to. I don't want to go through this again. Fucking Dalek JD, like that shit almost ruined my life. Just dealing with that shit, and that was only like a year and a half ago at this point.
Oh, I feel like I shouldn't have said anything now.
No, you shouldn't have, dude. I hate
riled him up.
I hate dealing with it because it happens so frequently that these fuckers just steal my content. I found out some guy was like, "Hey, this German guy just takes your content and translates it to German." And sure,
I remember that.
It's literally the same exact fucking video in German. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I thought people would notice the similarities in our videos, but I figured they would." I'm like, You thought that they noticed the similarities, but you still kept doing it? What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, no.
Anyway, sorry. I get really frustrated about this kind of shit.
But do you just a matter of perspective. Do you remember laughing when other people would take Thrown Out and like put it in other languages on their own YouTube channel? Do you remember that at all?
No, I honestly don't.
Oh, okay. I remember sitting there laughing about it, like, oh my god, people like are showing enough to like.
I think you were live when you found out about it.
It was on Twitch. Oh, maybe it was something I just found on my own.
I was there.
I just like, oh hey, that's cool.
That is funny because that's like a scripted show, so that's like a little different. But
sure, right.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
like when I take hundreds of hours to do this research, put all this shit together, and people just rip it off, even if they capture their own footage and all of that, it's like still frustrating. It's like, yeah, you saw my video succeed and you want to rip that off. I get it, but also it's scummy as shit, and it's the reason YouTube sucks as a platform. So thanks, because you ruin it for everybody who wants to do something original on the platform. Good job, you pieces of garbage. All right, go ahead.
I kind of feel bad. That's why
there's so much passion.
When I was talking,
bring it up again.
I legit like, because I kind of thought that way, Josh, when I was talking about how I was doing the review of the game of the month, and I was only because I was kind of I sent you a message and I'm like, dude, I kind of feel like if I just do this the way I want to do it, he's gonna think like. For those listening, he's taking his camera off and saying, "Post stole my job, I quit."
No,
but I sent you. But I'm
it's
like
a completely different situation, and I understand.
You're right.
You can talk about a video game story and not be ripping off by format. It's a completely different thing.
I just still like I was self-conscious enough to know like it's similar enough to I'm like, well, maybe Josh would get like mad if I did this, so I wanted to like let you know first. So like you weren't like
slightest. Even if you tomorrow were like, hey Josh, I'm gonna do a Dino Crisis story summary video, I'd be like, all right, go ahead.
I'm going to, but
go ahead.
I'm just giving you the footage though.
Oh,
and I'm not doing it tomorrow. I'm not doing it tomorrow.
No, like I understand, and it's a completely different thing. It's when somebody watches my video and sees it has 1 million views and they go, oh, that guy's made money. I can make money doing the same thing. So let me just recreate that video and make the money.
Yeah.
Game ranks, leaderboard, Even fucking GameSpot at one point. All right, fine.
Yeah. Yep.
It's ridiculous.
Good lord.
I will say there was one. I will say there was one. I did the Half-Life story, the entire Half-Life story.
Yeah.
And somebody did the Half-Life story, but they used like Source Filmmaker to like actually animate all of the stuff. And I was like, I don't know if they saw my video and used that as a jumping off point or not, but they still did something really fucking cool.
That's cool.
So
Source
even
film
if
is
they,
hard.
that's what I'm saying. Like, even if they did see my video and that was the jumping off point, like, that's awesome. Like, I'm glad to inspire somebody.
Yeah.
But when you just make my video with some dipshit, just trying to make money, that's different. But
If you're looking for another reason to hate The Witcher, he apparently follows game ranks.
But he said he'll unfollow for me.
Yeah, but like, if you're looking for more reason to hate him for a moment. Anyways.
But I like him because he's going to unfollow.
That's because he's a real one.
I think I've come around on The Witcher. I
Best
Picard
friends now.
flip-flopped on
you,
The Witcher.
you in a worldwide first. Josh has done a Picard flip-flop on a person.
Yes.
That's amazing. It's
this
amazing.
motherfucker just commented on my video, and he said Vice City is greater than San Andreas.
So did you flip flop back? You went a full 180 now?
I'm back.
Before Aziza comes in, like, she's gonna come with a belt in a minute and just start whipping on you.
But hold on, can I point out that he didn't even put that on my GTA video? He put it on my Fatal Frame video, and that makes no sense.
That's classic YouTube comments.
Witcher.
Classic.
There's context here.
Hey man, it's all about
All right.
it's all about the
It's
what you call it.
engagement. I'll
Yes.
take it. I'll take it.
Guys, I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for thanks for helping make Bucket Bites awesome. This was a blast. We'll be back again on Monday with Tom Rebello, the sous chef, or it said a sous chef originally. I don't know if he's an actual chef, but he's got some pretty great stuff we'll show on Monday. It'll be me, Josh, and Modtones coming back. And I love and appreciate all of you again. Till next time. Oh, stick around. We're going to be rating somebody.
Raid.
At the end. So until next time, I'm the Papa. That's the Josh. And that's Boba Fett.
No,
Take
it's
it
me,
easy.
Dom.
Oh, that's Dom. Oh, that's
Dom.
right. I forgot. Bye! Bucket Bites is recorded in front of a live Twitch audience over at twitch.tv/bucketbites. You can also find us on our Linktree, linktr.ee/bucketbites, where you can find all of our social medias and also some merchandise, and the newly founded www.bucketbites.gg. It's where you can listen to all of our podcast episodes in your web browser. Stay tuned for a quick sneak peek at what's going to be given to our Patreon supporters for a little bit of extra content this week. We like to record before and after the episodes, so you can just kind of see what goes on before the shows. Thank you for listening. I'm Papa. Goodbye.
And he was cheating on China. Dude, like sometimes the stories behind the scenes are so much more interesting than the stories like on camera. It's crazy.
For sure. Hey, just real quick.
You want to just do a wrestling show? I could just do an hour and a half on wrestling.
I really can't do, bro. I never
good.
got dropped, but I did hit my head on a lot of things.
Oh, dude, I don't know if you could see my scar. Let me see. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show it.
Damn, that is such a clean head, dude.
Can you see a scar on my head though?
Yeah,
Oh,
very
I can,
very
just a little
slightly. Yeah.
When I was like, I want to say like 5 or 6. I was standing on the chair at like dinner, and my parents were like, "Stop standing on the chair, you're gonna fall." And I was like, "No, I'm not. I like this. This is fun." And I fell, and then we had a shitty apartment, and there was like a radiator right behind my chair, and I cracked my head open on the radiator, and and I was just bleeding blood everywhere.